In the meantime, what are we doing here? I'm going to be watching China Regionals. This is the group LCQ, meaning that this is the last chance for these players to get through the semifinals in the top 16. And if you guys don't know what China Regionals is, it's like the biggest tournament in TFT. These are the players that didn't get top 2 in their groups and are going to be playing today. Oh, look at that, 60-second. I think 60-second did he get eliminated or did he advance? I don't know. I don't remember exactly, but it's got some really good players. Flancy, for example, playing kind of the premier player of this group. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna get started. And I'm gonna get set up here because I need to like put up my notepad, pull up like what it is. This is day 2 group LCQ. It's 5 games. Also, I haven't gotten up and go to the bathroom even once, so let me go to the bathroom real quick while you guys watch this intro. BRB.
线上以及屏幕机前的各位义士们，大家晚上好！欢迎各位收看2024 TOC8 第8届英雄联盟云顶之弈公开赛全国总决赛小组赛脱位赛的直播现场，我是主持人宝宝。关莲华出战如明昼，赏长夜幽暗为月明。赞指运百变皆精巧，叹大荒山海尽浩瀚。身负羁绊而行，每一场对弈与寻访都是一场探索，一场奇遇，一场独一无二的旅行。水墨写意，虽画卷不过几许，亦能描摹3000里长路，前行漫漫。当你的步履行至十字路口，对于上在舞台的每一位选手而言，内心都会有最明确的答案。毕竟城市赛道、云巅赛道、积分赛道、平台赛道、脱位赛道5大预选赛区的比拼，那么最终呢是有24名顶尖义士齐聚荣城成都，共同争夺云顶之弈画中林版本的最高桂冠。
Bippo Carrot just gifted a sub to Cookies.
同时呢，冠亚军将直接获得赛事
I'm back.
全球总决赛的资格。那么第3至第6
Hello at Dan. What's up? What's up? What up, Soju? Dude, look at this stage, man. Isn't this stage insane?
全球总决赛亚军 TOC5 全国总决赛亚军 TOC8
Dude, this stage is crazy. You got so much production value.
严凌宇
It's my boy Flancy. Can you give me a sub? I want to watch, but I don't want to pay for a sub. Wow, man. What are friends for, right? I'm paying you to watch me. Is that what we're doing? I'm paying my viewers to watch me?
Ron Burgundy 79 just.
Oh, Ron Burgundy, thank you for the gifted sub to Not Soju. Thank you, man. Thank you. It was honestly, Soju, it was a really good episode. You missed out. You missed out. You missed out. You know how you can actually qualify? Oh, sorry. Yes, I ruined the joke. You know how you can watch the next regionals episode? Qualify for it, but it's all good. Yeah, don't worry, man. I'll post a VOD. It's actually a good segue into I'll post a VOD for it either later tonight or first thing tomorrow morning. Dude, the stage has a TFT board. Okay, Bard level 3. Haha. Oh, wait. How about what's the secret code? What's the secret code for the giveaway? I have to enter the secret code giveaway. Prime subscription will be what dude, you are a billionaire. You are a billionaire. You have hedge fund. You have 130 gold, and you're like, I don't want to spend it. I don't want to even pre-level once. Don't even pump. Just pump one time. It's all good. There's no shame. There's no shame in subbing to your favorite streamers. They already gave it away? Oh.
但就看有没有鬼书这种装备。是的，如果有鬼书的话，提莫回国都很舒服，很厉害。
包括如果有神器，
是枯萎宝珠。
枯萎宝珠这一手拿出来也是很不错的。这边扣肉也挺对的，2张千珏。
友情建议，这个版本的莲华尽量不要太碰，很容易成为一个骗局。
对，因为昨天比赛里面我们会觉得莲华相对比而言登顶率以及吃分率都不是那么高。
Okay, so this is game number 1. This is Bard level 3. This is players playing for a top 4 in to try to advance to the semifinals and get to the top 16 for CN regionals. So the best players here based off pedigree, Flancy, really good. Player who made the set 8 world and got second. And then Ace, strong ladder player. Snowy, strong ladder player. Coral, he actually is the player that made it to League of Legends World. He used to go by the username Pseudo Wudo, if you guys remember. But now he just went back to Coral because I think, yeah, maybe just branding. A lot of good players here. Oh, K3 Soju, thank you for the 3 months. Fuck you. Yeah, thank you, buddy. Not bad. I missed that. I should replay that alert. Hold on. Do I actually have it? How come it didn't actually show up? Oh man. All right, it's all good. I got Soju sub for 3 times. Does Juanza still play? Yeah, he does. He actually didn't make it past that far though. He's kind of like a for fun influencer streamer as opposed to actually a like an elite competitor in China. Edge of Night, Cho'Gath, Edge of Night, Kog'Maw. Reaper, Sage, Heavenly. Do you auto-censor profanity? No. Are you saying like, do I like is like a automation on my channel? I don't think so. Oh, actually, it might be on the sub alert. Oh yeah, it might be because I don't want people to just like drop a sub that like is just like straight up a bunch of bad words. So yeah, I think it actually might be forcing it. No, I think he meant does this censor, and I think it does. You might be right. Arcanist Crest. Ooh, Arcanist +1. Does anybody like the Arcanist +1 line? Maybe off the Prismatic Augment, but the Gold Augment is not particularly really good. At least I don't think it is. So either he had a terrible opener and he had to choose that, or he actually believes in it. Can we get a spat? Best friends, wandering trainer, not today. Fortune crest to start things off for Snowy. Okay. Okay, 9 points is the first place points that you get, so 5 Nikos. Dude, Curl open Frodan? Oh my god. That's too much, man. Exalted is Kha'Zix, Gnar, Lux, Annie, Aphelios. You can't really play a lot of... Like, Reaper doesn't really connect to that. Lux, Annie. So Lux, Annie, Janna. You just play like Gnar instead. Maybe. Could probably play this with the Janna Lux comp. Maybe he took it for the Zoe. Yeah, it's entirely possible that he just likes playing around Zoe. But I've seen people take Arcanist Crest to get the Zoe and get 3 fortune rolling, which is also wild. Nico offers you a 3-star 1 cost, so you get Yasuo 2 or Yasuo 3. Okay. Even Shroud Quicksilver, so he's gonna go for melee carry. Yeah, 2-star. Open spat rod for magic wand. So he made a. Okay, so he might be. I'm actually curious where that spatula player is heading because I wonder if he's gonna actually try to play like faded or something like that, but he doesn't have like that good of a setup for it. Or if he wants to go for mythic, or if he wants to go for something weirder like umbral. Edge of Night. It's on podcast mode. Man, you guys, I'm not gonna lie, that 3-hour gap session took a lot out of me. Whew, I'm feeling gassed. I did not expect it to kind of go that intense. I got fired up multiple times. Nasher's Timo. Big Mo? It was too good. Oh, the podcast? Oh, I'm glad you liked it. I honestly think if our marketing for the podcast was better, it would be a lot. It would be like one of those things that I think the TFT community, like it would get like a lot more engagement if we really wanted to. It's just hard because I run most of it, and so it's like hard to kind of do everything for it. I need someone who's really good at marketing podcasts. If there's anybody who's interested in that. Yeah, you did. You Riot Shill. Yeah, that's me, Mr. Riot Shill. Invite the most negative and loudest complainers on my podcast. Yeah, that's me. Okay, Tiz is feeding the baby and now make dinner. Amazing. Thank you, babe. Okay, here we go. 3-2 gold tier augment. I'll do it for 1 million. Sure. You didn't say what currency, so I'll pay you in like channel points. How about that? 1 million channel points. But then I'm gonna get 1 million channel points worth of work, which is not a lot. Okay, heavy hitters. Okay, so he wants to. Is it heavy hitters gifts to Fallen? Sometimes I can't tell. Ex-chief marketing officer, now content agency owner. Let's talk. Okay, sure. I mean, just DM me on Discord or something like that. Because the reality is, I want to just produce, and I don't want to necessarily like. There's just too much going on. Because I also have to do a lot of other stuff with like TFT Academy right now. We're actually like that's actually taking a lot of my resources. Focusing on TFT Academy stuff. Let's get to the VOD. Okay, thank you. I wasn't sure. I had an idea that it was. Divine rolls at 3-2. He's not spamming Staircase Gauge here. I'll also go BT. You definitely want some sustain when you're playing some of the melee comps. Portable Forge. Wait, what did he take with Portable Forge? Let me see. Lichbane? Oh, weird. Is he gonna go Kindred? Like, is Lichbane good? Is Lichbane good on anyone but Kindred? Silas, maybe? Oh, very weird. Is this Zoe Ghostly with Arcanist? Why the player slam such defensive items on Kiana is because those are really strong utility. First of all, the first Edge of Night was free, so he just gets it. So you might as well just put it on Kiana. The second is that Quicksilver is actually a really good item on the melee carries as well, as long as you can have the protection for them. So it's fine to just stack items and remember that items multiple. Oh wait, you're talking about this player, the Quicksilver and Even Shroud. Oh, I mean those are just like tempo item slams. If you get like 2 cloaks, a glove, and a belt, you gotta do something with it. So yeah, I thought it was you're talking about the not today player. Riven, is Lichbane Riven good? Sounds good, Halo. It's not really good on anybody. I mean, it's supposed to be good on Kindred. But that was also before they fixed Kindred's bug, right? Lich Bane was good because Kindred was bugged, where she would actually get double procs on it. What, level 7 Irelia? Edge of Night is genius. All the melee carries just drops the aggro on her. Oh my god. Not today, diff. Is there an LCQ for NA? There is not. There's not. The LCQ was basically Tactician's Cup number 3. That was your last chance.
S 这边拉克斯的张数5张，但是风女有6张，然后也是吃着尊者。
他多地了一些，就入野前现在只有说明22块，就看他出野后之后的一个那个。
42 on the cash out, so he loses this one, he gets to 50.
要开了吧？已经发光了，上着一个5级。
Okay. And he played Fortune +1. He's playing 5 Fortune. He's at 41 HP. Do you think? Nah, he's probably just gonna cash out. Is there any chance, any world he ever pushes? Probably not. 29 is too low. I mean, imagine though, that'd be cool. Can we go back to his POV? I want to see the cash out. Fortune cash out. 2 Irelias and a blacksmith gloves. A lot of gold.
也很不错了。
就是这个东西问题在于哪儿？就2个刀妹，他能不能2？他如果不能2的话，跟1张没有区别，还会卡你。但2了就很厉害。
I don't understand why Lich Bane only has flat AP damage without AP scaling. Well, it's supposed to be like a tempo-based item for like the low mana spam casters.
减脂去做一下，因为刀妹来了嘛。
他现在没有减脂转。就他如果要转的话，就他本身想玩卡莎的。如果刀妹现在2，他要转，大概也会去转成一个天龙95的一个板子。他们之间是有些共同牌的。
Okay, transition to Kaisa, playing around Irelia pair. She's not going to play the bruiser front line. Ooh, skipped Ornn too. In the center of his board, is it like remove items? Tattoo. Shojin. Stone plates. Crown guard vow would be fine. Play for Lost Whisper. This was not a very clean turn. He needed to roll more gold and stabilize harder. This ended up being kind of weak. Working out with that makes you bigger.
除了这个奇遇，除了让你变大拿出装备，我不知道他能干嘛。奇遇回合好像会多一点时间吧，如果没记错，会多一些操作时间。
确实没有特别大的用途，但是也是增加一点可玩性。
所以选了殉道，应该看到那边有一个殉道，并没有刷到小伙伴和幸运弹射，也没有末爪。
是的，这边弗兰西的施法变强。
施法级防御
哦，施法级防御
100大的海斯，突然好像直接嫖了2张，但是前排还是有点太弱了。他是要想去玩一个。
Okay, we're still watching him roll. Trying to look for the Kaisa too. Dude, this board looks pretty bad. He might lose again. Is he just dead? How did he roll and have so much gold and all he has Irelia 2 and Aatrox 2? Sonya's on Yone. Okay. 2 Reaper players. Wait, also, shouldn't he... Did he have a Reforger? If so, shouldn't he reforge the Fortune Emblem? I might have misremembered. Maybe he has something else. Dude, he's losing to Kane 1. That's not good. Oh, no, he won. He didn't have it? Okay, never mind. Dude, he is stressed. He does have like a theoretically powerful combo in Gifts of the Fallen plus Martyr.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
I might take the 8 gold. A lot of people get tempted to take the component here, but I think I might take the 8 gold because our board is not done. Bar-coded loser, thank you for the prime. This guy took gold. Okay. A lot of times with this composition, with Lux Janna, you want to have as many items as you can because you want to have 3-item Amumu, 3-item Lux, 3-item Janna. So items do matter.
这边依然保持连胜的勇敢去
Congrats on new baby. Thank you.
6页游前排的盾很厚，这边也开出了一个
Today is actually his 2-month birthday. He's officially 2 months old today, which is wild.
如果老师提到一点就是
He's growing up so big, so fast.
尤其第一把也会给你很多的一个自信。
是
好像被断了。也有打战士还是比较。
Dude, Parenthood's a trip,
战
man.
士会比较卷，但
He looks so different every couple days. Even sometimes he just literally takes like a nap and he just looks different.
没有刀妹，没有刀妹。
He's also starting to laugh,
斯诺伊怎么办？
which is
斯诺伊把凯因抢了。
it actually hits really different. You just get like you get like a different form of joy that you can't really get anywhere else in life, I think. But he like when he sees my face, he like smiles and maybe even laughs. And if I leave, he stops. But then I come back, he's still smiling again, which just shows that he actually recognizes me. So it's like a really wholesome, endearing moment.
这个建模
Those are the priceless moments in parenthood.
是的
2 months is nearly old enough to start paying rent. You would think so, man.
听到尊的
It's time for this guy to start carrying his weight around here.
这一波，
不会以为他是两张凯因吧？
但至少
Okay,
也
Annie
是
too.
前排嘛。
对对对，还是有提升的，有提升就好。
Dude, we're carrying Kane 1 and Yone 1 with 5 items combined.
再撑一个，但也撑不了多久了。
是的，Ace 跟一泽两位选手是有着卡的冲突的，所以这边 Ace 也是一直
Wait for it to start Omega Explore mode. Then you'll understand the high roll.
尤其是前排。
What are we talking about? Are we talking about babies?
感觉配合
Omega Explore mode? Oh, you're talking about like when they start crawling
不然哦
and moving around?
危险危险，没有。
Yeah, yeah. He definitely like wants to. He's a big fidgeter.
他两星杀
He's in my arms, and half the times he's just like,
是的，而且
dude, he looks like he's trying to emulate the thing. Look, he stares at the ceiling fan, and he keeps going like this
或者默免，就是
while staring at the fan, as if he's like trying to mimic it.
在这个版本的
So like we joke that he's trying to
十月晴天，他拿这个海克斯
that he's trying to jump out of our arms.
喜欢的话，他很快
So he lost again. That's not looking good.
3连败，很难受。
好在
Oh yeah, the thing about crawling is that we have stairs, so we have to actually set up the stairs gate and stuff like that. We are a little bit worried about it. We have to get those baby gates installed, baby-proof the house.
选秀没有，后面没有逼到，就很僵。
Blighting Jewel DFG. Wow, that is terrible in Irelia. Unless
还是非常高的。
unless Blighting Jewel works somehow with Irelia's blades, which I don't think it does.
没有3的一个微神行期。
对，Ace 的他的一个就是拉克斯风。
What was the announcement? Oh, it got pushed back. Sorry. It got pushed back.
看 Snowy 这波进了野怪之后能不
I'll
能
let you guys know when it comes. Sorry.
现在主要前排实在太弱了。对对。
是的，
It wasn't the Riot Studio thing, although that's another announcement as well, but like, yeah, it's not really.
就是不说凯隐了，第二张凯隐他连尤文都没有2星。
一会儿也是看一下同阳这边吧。万一野怪给你爆个金球，一个大复制器，这
都是有可能的。
不好说。
Sorry, I didn't mean to blue ball you
真
guys.
的，说不定就火了。
但确实就是能。
Don't worry, you guys will know.
这一场比赛
I'll keep you guys in the loop. I'll tell you guys. You know, how about this? Big announcement tomorrow. Pago.
不要问题，大家都会去玩，知道他强。
You'll believe me this time, right?
哦，2了，
他是2了，
还得第有没有乌迪尔？哦，在这边，乌迪尔在这边，乌迪尔来了。
Polo 找到了2星的一个永文，凯隐差一张。
Ooh dear, Lila. Ooh dear's here.
打 CR 了，又重置了一本鬼书出来。哦，
Is this? Are you supposed to position this Galio so far back? This guy's playing Exalted, but he's playing like
做一个选择。
playing like Galio 2 with no items and playing Annie with like 1 item. I feel like he's not
2个人的血量。
maximizing what makes the comp strong, which is like to rather.
只剩一个风女，感觉
I mean, part of it is that he doesn't have Kane 2, but like I feel like putting items on Galio is actually fairly important. I'd rather put items on Galio than Annie
对。
because of
都是有可能死的，然后要看他们发挥和走
because of
位。
his taunt.
所以这边一
终于来了
2来了，一泽这波也是
Zoe 3.
左一，
那
包括
一泽这把已经，
I mean, maybe I'm wrong though. I'm not
不
sure.
然已经是绝对
呃
强了。 现在谁遇到他谁都得死。
直接当面卖掉了。
期末，
期末更重要一点。
Wait, what is this? Big announcement?
哇，这个运气啊！
Oh, that's not the big announcement that we're pregnant. No, it's not. It's not.
火了，
活了，
真火了！
这活的有一点点。
这有点
7 Ink Shadow.
梦幻。
莫非？
Oh, he pivoted out of trick shots into 7 Ink Shadow.
因为卡莎最后都没有。哎，这波
Okay. Oh no, the Udyr grabbed his Kaisa. That's not good.
他冲到了，但是
That's not good.
抢出去赢了。但是无敌还有人要把这个捡上。
Oh, our Kaisa's dead. Our Kaisa's dead.
萨拉斯
哦，还有无敌也活着，无敌也在出波，还
Okay, it's all good. It's looking good.
这波很惊险。
Okay, all good. Ace went eighth.
小心一下乌迪尔从边路突进来的这个单位的。
可以看到，就是在前期拿了非常高血量优势的 Ace，其实几波的正好遇到这些要锁血的人，然后自己。
I heard something about a big announcement. Yeah, apparently there's a big announcement tomorrow. 6 Umbral.
他在4-1还是4-2的时候拉了7级，他在7级慢底，对，可能就应该6级梭哈出一个3星再出去。这波阿琛也很难，阿琛这个质量。
Had it A-side for Snowy. Snowy Sport's not that bad. He's got 7 ink Shadow Kaisa too. It can't be that bad. I don't know if it's a win out comp though. That's the problem. I feel like 7 ink Shadow is a tempo comp. You tempo, you get to 8, you hit Kaisa 2, you go to 9, and then you start trading your HP, and then you get Udyr, and then you try to like play to it like a solid third, second maybe. Snowy is dead. Wow, 4 players died that round. Holy cow, that's wild. That means 1 person lost to the ghost. Dude, imagine losing and then you get 7. That feels so bad. Man. Duelist. Is anyone playing this patch? Yeah. I mean, I think it's fine. It's pretty good. If you can get it's apparently the best way to play Kaisa in the data, so it's like good in the data, and so we put it in the S tier, but in tournament, it's a little bit less consistent because it's just harder to tempo those lines consistently unless you have a good opener for it. But it's good on it's good in the data. But part of it is that you hit the reason why it's good in the data though is because you have to hit an emblem and you have to hit the Udyr, so it's a natural like high roll. Like if you store for 7 Ink Shadow, you have to hit Udyr most of the game unless you have +2. So the data is like so basically the data is implying that if you can get there, it's good. It honestly might just be A tier. It's probably A tier. We should probably move it down. Bro, I have a question. What's up? Morello 0 over Irelia. I think he just wants to multiply his items because he has Azir is holding Umbral Emblem, so just puts an item on top of that. How did he hit Lotus, Arcanist, Spat, Zoe 3, Alawi 3 with no Econ Augment and Portal? Well, not just that. He's level 8, 40 gold. And the answer is he's just better. Like, CN is just better. I'm pretty sure you're twice as likely to hit your comp if you slam JG. If you're Chinese. Does every board have a JG? 6 Umbral, 4 Invoker. This is cool. This is cool. You usually don't see a 4 Invoker variant of Umbral. It's on the rarer side, but the fact they can top 3 with it is good. 6 Duelist with Randuin's opener. Randuin's plus Keepers. And like suboptimal Lee Sin, but he just got so much tankiness to it. Like he has the equivalent of Titans through Randuin's and Keepers and Combat Cast, which is like a bunch of defensive stats. 2 off Volibear, 3. Playing double Volibear. Is it really naked 4 Invoker over Irelia with Umbral Spat? I personally think Irelia with Umbral Spat is really good, but if you don't get any items besides it, it's not that impressive. Irelia 1 just with an Umbral Emblem is meh. Like, it's nice, but it kind of requires your whole team to be cracked. But if you can get Irelia with 3 items in Umbral Emblem, and you get to Irelia 2, that's like, now you're actually in some serious territory. But the thing is, it's hard to get to that spot. He had a Zir pair. This guy just playing binary. He has like 2 items on everything.
不能说100%嘛。
Okay, Umbral player versus the Zoe Arcanist player. 8 Arcanists. It's cool. I'm rooting for the 8 Arcanist player. I want to see 8 Arcanists pop off. It is looking like our front line is getting closed on. Oh, we are dead. Wait, I mean, he still has a lot of HP. Flancy stays alive. 7 duelists. He's playing just straight up 7 duelists. Surely you can find a better unit than Darius. Okay, plays 2 Irelias. 8 Arcanists, Alawi 3 items. Coming up on 3 item on Syndra. 3 item on Syndra is probably more important than another item on Namumu, right? But like, isn't, as far as I know, isn't 8 Arcanists not that, like, it's not that impressive on Syndra. It's like you would think it would be, but it's like not. 8 Arcanists, 3 Wardens, 3 Porcelain. Yeah, it's true, it's true. You can't ever fit the board cleanly. You're like, do I go for a 4th Porcelain? Do I go for Nos for a 4th Warden? It's just so awkward. And so it feels like you need like one of each emblem. You need like 1 Warden emblem, 1 Porcelain emblem, 1 Arcanist emblem, and then you have your board. GS. And a Warden emblem for the Arcanist player. GS for what? Would you put it on Azir or would you put it on a Loon? It's not Azir.
感觉是在打团战，配合一定要非常的好。因为对于勇敢去飞来说，他一定要做。
Part of me wonders if he stacked Azir before he had Azir too, but he might have had Lillia too. I wonder if he should have put items on Lillia too, because I think Lillia with this setup is pretty good as well with the Umbral. She hits so many different units. Azir like takes a long time to cast. Azir with Umbral actually isn't like that insane because he's not casting often and hitting a lot of units. Oh, he's dead. 8 Arcanists wins the lobby. Look at that. Oh, this was the guy? I think this was the guy. Oh, no, never mind. Was this the... there was one player yesterday that got a first place because some guy threw and didn't pick up Aurelia 3, but I don't think that was him. These celebrations, too funny. Too funny. What do they have here? They have player cam? Oh, they have reactions. They have reactions. Oh, do they have the cinematics? The cinematics of the fights? Wow, look at that. We're League of Legends now, guys. Watching the team fights over the shoulder. Og. Is this hosted in Japan?
其实比赛里面也分上下半场嘛，前面3局加后面2局，有的选手是上半场打得非常好，有的选手是下半场打得非常好，所以这个也要让我们选手做一个心态上面的调整。对，而且我觉得才开始
What do you think, man?
大家都能调整过来，这边也是给到了我们 Koro 选手。上一把也是，哎，我说的。
The title says CN Regionals.
那个应该是小雪 Snowy， 都上半场打得非常非常好。
太稳了，我们可能在台上已经说觉得说。
Make them stream with cam. Yeah. Apparently, you want to hear something wild, guys? Apparently, regionals this weekend is not mandatory for you to stream. Like, forget about streaming with cam and all stuff like that. Apparently, this weekend I was told that it's not even mandatory to stream. Like, can you believe that? That is ridiculous. I got Dono Wall. I actually asked, and then I asked Riot, and no one replied. Like, I didn't ask Riot. I asked the production server.
期待这把城邦，看能不能来一个比较变态的城邦。
怎么说？想看什么？
像雕像，然后还有包括像战律音乐、3彩。
我希望来个凯翼。
银金彩、光明赐福、大蓝英雄，那可能银金彩和大蓝英雄占的人多一些。是的。
I mean, I guess like whatever, in the sense that it's ultimately beneficial for me to like get more people watching my stream. Theoretically, more streamers, more people turn on the stream is like or less people turning on the stream means they're more likely to tune into me. But yeah, I'm not happy about it. I'm not happy about it. Okay, this is round 2 of 5. What portal is this? I missed it. Missed it. No easy indication. How are they going to guarantee anyone is like in a 4-person call? Yeah, or another person or another person is just like cheating in other ways as well. Getting backseated, screen sharing. I guess that's part of it. Or even if it's the correct person playing. There's a possibility that it's like someone else just plays for them, and there's just like you can't even prove anything. Like what stuff? Like let's say the best player that isn't qualified, just like they're like, yeah, just like if you like you can play in it, and if you do well, you can just like have a lot of my like all my prize money or something like that. I don't know. There's nothing you can stop from happening. You can't really prove that it's not them unless you're like IP logging them or something like that. And even then, it's like, yeah. Or a great play from another region. Yeah, exactly. But we'll see. I guess there's only one way to find out. Have you figured out what portal it was? I don't think I saw any like 2-1 indication, like loose, like no like gold subscription, loose subscription, champion delivery type stuff. Can't that happen even with the previous streamers? They subbed in for a streamer with no cam. Yes, but I also personally believe they should stream with cam. I think like if you make it to the regionals level, like there's 32 it's not even that much of a ask, because if you ask your taxation trials, I can understand 500 players with cam, like you're not tracking that, like no one is. 32 players with cam I think is way more manageable in the smaller field. Like you can vet that, and you should, especially if you have a regionalized breakdown, because they have LATAM people, Brazil people, so all the LATAM people take care of LATAM, while the Brazil people take care of Brazil, and NA take care of NA. It's like, to me, it's like a no-brainer. The fact that it's not is, yeah, I don't know what to say. Maybe it's too late. Maybe like there's like this legality thing where like if it's not written into the rules, they can't force them to do it now that's already settled. Like sometimes that happens, but I haven't heard any player that's against this. I haven't heard any player that's against the idea of forcing cams. Every player said I'm more than happy to turn it on, but if they're not going to force it to be a thing, I'm not going to turn it on. Wild. Just wild. Like Precipice was like, yeah, like I play way better off stream, and Precipice knows that. I'm sure replay feels that as well. Like these guys are gonna be like, yeah, like if I don't have to, I'm not going to. I'm gonna keep my edge as best as I can. I'm sure Greya feels the same way too. People who are just not like, you know, who want to be in the spotlight. Atlantic lost. Over encumbered. What's the Exalted? The Exalted. This overlay is really good. The Exalted overlay, I like it. You were required to stream before and then they changed it. Oh, I think I'm talking about more like the player agreement. There's sometimes, depending on like how you operate, you have players agree to stuff, and then I'm not entirely sure if it's like, because the thing is, if it's written in the rules, you have to write a punishment and like other things of that sort, and I'm not entirely sure if there's things that are like, well, we wrote that ahead of time and now we can't change it and we can't enforce it. Otherwise, people could like sue us or something like that. I don't. Probably not. I personally think it's just lack of foresight. Yeah, I'm demanding answers at a certain point. Oh, should I? You know what? How about this? Should I just tweet it and you guys like and you guys ban behind me? We just start Twitter drama. What do you guys think? Surely Riot has to respond to that. If I just start tweeting at the Riot people, like, why is this a thing? Maybe that'll get enough ban traction. Riot loves when they have to respond to a drop. But the thing is, okay, so you're right. It's not like that's a good way to... I hate doing that. But first of all, I never do that. I never like try to go and advocate Riot to change things publicly. I think that is not the most effective way to get that done if you wanted to, but they are ignoring me in my messages. That is the hard thing. And it's not Riot, it's actually GG Tech, I think. That has to be implementing this. Twitter drama for the draft points, yeah. When will today's Don't Talk If You Don't be uploaded? I mean, we have an editor working on it, but I think he can't get to it until tonight, because you guys have to understand that I have to pay someone to do that, and this podcast doesn't really make money. So I have to hire someone that does it as a part-time thing on top of their other job. So that person said they'll get to it later tonight. So it'll probably be posted by tomorrow. Okay, so we have Edge of Night, or sorry, not Edge of Night, Quicksilver and Sunfire. IE, Rageblade, Toxin. You can watch the VOD now? You could. I think a person was just saying, like, when will maybe they prefer to watch it on VOD, maybe they prefer it on Spotify. You know, yesterday's episode is already on Spotify. Looks like an Augment change one. Yeah, maybe it's like a certain like maybe it's like ascending augments or something like that. So this character means gold, I believe. Maybe it's like gold augment, like golden finale or something. Okay, I got confirmation. Streaming is not mandatory for competitors for this weekend for Golden Spatula. Okay, so we got Unified, Combat Caster, Umbral. Crashes Tummies. Thanks for the speedy uploads. Oh yeah, I mean, you should thank my editor for that. Honestly, like, I get so much help to do everything. It's not like, okay, like a lot of people say like, oh, Frodan's doing this, Frodan's doing that. The reality is I also have a lot of help, and so it's like not just me. But I appreciate you guys who do support and come out. Holy cow, what is this? Double JG Kog'Maw 3. Okay. I see reports of China's death in terms of JG is greatly exaggerated. My god. Double JG on Cog is Pogmaw. That's Pogmaw.
然后他科加斯3星也很关键，他全没有，这种基本上是守不住的。
他只能去靠俄罗伊或者其他一些单位去做前排了。俄罗伊、奥运这种。
What's the exalted Jax, Kiana, Yorick, Tom Kench, and Azir? Pretty good for the Umbral line if you want to play around it. You can play like Tom Kench for the Bruiser and then Azir for the Invoker. Pretty easy. All going 6 Umbral. What else can you go for?
变成了这个飓风侠者啊，他应该是卖了个勇啊，真敢重置啊！他不是重置，就这波是皎月。对，哦，是来了个皎月是吧？
That's the one that comes to mind. I don't really see too much else.
一般如果不是石头人皎月的联动，我是不太管这个皎月。
You think format change next set? Oh no, they are. They are changing it next set. Like for sure.
对，永文池有点关键的。
对，因为听牌了的情况。
羊刀水银也未必比飓风正义弱多少吧？
差不了太多，差不了太多的。这边有一个4块钱大剑，还有一个护甲辛德拉。
他可能就是想连胜，因为他现在还在赢，所以他想最大化的保住这个连胜。
因为血量是。 虽然我们会觉得血量可能是这个游戏没有用的东西，但是在比赛里面，血量对于积分来说是很有用的东西。
血量没有用。
Mathematically, double JG isn't bad in general. I want some attack speed on COG. Mathematically, double JG is not bad in general. Okay, I'm gonna need some mathematical proof on that. Not because I don't believe you, but because I want. If you're gonna say like it's according to the math, I just need to see the math.
大宝石来说的话，
大宝补出来了，那还
版本最弱的一个辅助装。
他现在还有一种活法，就是这个。
Does the stats think it's good? Or specifically, you said not bad. Okay, let's go ahead and look it up actually. Kog'Maw, blue buff. Okay, so Kog'Maw is a 4.5. Blue buff on Kog'Maw. Item JG, not good. You go for another JG. It happens very rarely. A positive 0.33 dots. It's only been done 44 times. It's done so rarely. At a plat plus level, it averages 4.5. So.
这个阶段的弗兰西2星的一个左一，包括
还是幽魂左一，
对，
红 buff 水滴差一个回蓝装，
装备又多，而且还有个这个是把击防御。
是的，确实很对。
So but maybe the DPS calculation looks good, but it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good in general. And stats make it look bad. It just sounds really inefficient. Is the problem? Kog'Maw is not working off of the most amount of AP. So like if it was like 8 Arcanist level of AP, you could probably be like, well, having double JG, just like you're working such a high base number. But like part of it is that Kog'Maw needs to have like a lot of stuff. Like 1 JG is good because you have some stats and then you can convert it off with attack speed and blue buff. But the second JG doesn't really make much sense.
在没有选手卖血的情况，吸取了第一把的经验，这会让大家血量保持都有来有回。
对，很健康，质量都拉得很高的，除了勇敢去飞。
对，除了。
Oh, I'm not trying to like dogpile on like mathematics. I just want to actually know if it is because there's an entire. Okay, so there is one DPS calculator at the beginning of the set that said best in slot Ashe was double Rageblade. It's like double Rageblade Deathblade or something like that. But even if that's mathematically like the highest DPS, it's not like actual BIS. And it's actually quite bad to do that on Ashe, even if the math DPS is. So it's entirely possible that maybe someone actually said the math is fine on it. But yeah, I'm a little bit skeptical about it.
那前面被庄子挡到了，出图位置没办法直接切到后排的 C 位啊，只剩千珏跟莫甘娜的情况。
看前期能不能再换2个？
再换。
勇敢去会划了一波。
是。
只换了一个，接近满路打伤。
但感觉勇敢去飞。
Philios 2. How good is Ashe? Call to Chaos. Okay, I think it's Ascending Augments. I'm pretty sure it's Ascending Augments. It looks like Ascending Augments because it was that or a Golden Finale, but I don't think it is. Let's go back to the old IEJG. Yeah, back in the day where you build double crit and it was or you build like 2 crit items. Infinity Edge and Jew Gauntlet. Those builds are pretty hype. Tiny but deadly. Another tiny but deadly. I kind of wish that they made some prismatic augments feel less like like Tiny but Deadly is feels like the only generic combat augments. You see so many people take it, even if it's not like amazing for it. And I think that's because like a lot of combat augments don't actually do that much for your comp. Like prismatic augments feel like there's a big gap between like stuff that you can take generically versus like situational stuff. A little boring. I mean, some of them are boring, but like some of them also just don't do anything for your comp. So like you just keep rolling past. It's almost like artifacts where like you sometimes just don't get any prismatic that makes sense for like your spot because they're too situational. Like if you get items, or you get like econ and you don't really like a hedge fund and you don't really you can't take that. And hedge fund's actually one of the generic like fallback options because that's you can't. It's not bad if you use gold, but sometimes you just get offered things you can't use. I've done the math on AP champs before. For example, the best 4 builds on EDM Headliner Lux in set 10 were JG, Deathcap, JG, Deathcap, JG, and Deathcap. The best 4 builds on EDM Headliner Lux. I don't think that's true. If you're talking about like the most single target DPS that you can do for one cast, maybe, but that's not the best build. Because mana is a big part of that. She's not going to cast very often. Like if you're just purely optimizing for one cast, like the TFT is way more dynamic than that. TFT is way more dynamic than that. The timing of when you cast is also sometimes just as important as how much damage you deal. To take an extreme example, if Lux has triple death cap, but she doesn't cast till 25 seconds into the fight, is that actually relevant? You maximize your DPS, but she doesn't cast until like the fight's actually over. Is that actually that good? The answer is no. So the timing is like a huge impact. And you can say like, well, you know, I'm just taking like the math of like the raw DPS, but that's not the right math to sort for. The math is like how you're not taking for like you're looking at the most amount of impact I can have on the board by a certain time. You're missing a dimension of your measurement. Sniper's focus. Okay. I actually think you could take taking Zodia's. I think you can take Trickster's Glass. I feel like Trickster's Glass, just like part of what makes the mythic frontline deal is just there's so much stuff, and like Zodia's is not like particularly super good on Nico. Unless you had the hero augments. Like maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Nico 2. Oh, he's gonna print Nico 3. Oh. He just wants to go like straight up Nico 3, no hero augment. Combat augments are so low stats wise, just a tiny fraction of what a unit does, but they still matter. What sounds weird to me. I think I lost the thread of what we're talking about. Like, what was the topic that we're setting? EDM Lux is not a single target. The point is that EDMs didn't want mana. Sure, but like, even if it's like a unit that doesn't really care that much about mana, you can't like factor in just purely based off of that. Like a lot of times you actually do play like a mana item on EDM Lux. Also, you're not getting 6 rods. Like you're just not. But maybe you can get 2 JGs. Hey. Hours don't know if you don't know. Pretty boring. Just the same old usual. Not much interesting happened.
找不到，外面塞拉斯太多。
太多了。
他现在更想要是一张刀妹，这个奇亚娜装备是刀妹的。
Oh my god, this Kiana.
切进去了，奇亚娜。
Whoa, almost
打不过呀。
almost winnable, but it was a double JG cog diff.
登顶，李雪能不能锁住？
最后一波地盘，能不能凑出个 EU？ 哦，大提升。
Here we go. Double JG Shojin Lillia. My god. EDM thus was an exception. She didn't need mana, but in general, second JG can be fine in some situations where other damage scaling victors are already present damage and for sniper, mana for 6 invoker, etc. Okay. Sometimes you do. So, TLDR, sometimes you gotta slam JG number 2. It is what it is.
没做成自己这把的小巨人，因为还是没有找到塞拉斯。外面对塞拉斯的争夺太。
It just be like that. Slam JG if you number 2 sometimes.
除非你这个叫什么塞拉斯跟这个拿路人特别多，才能火，不然很难火。这个大者也是顶不住的，因为他的前排没有一个3星大者
Damn.
帮忙扛。是的，现在就只能祈祷这个Nico能出3。
Putting another Nico. I don't know. I feel like... Oh, wait. He's also losing unified value by staggering his front line. What is he doing? Is he playing Exiles? Why is he positioning this way? He's just losing value on his front line. I kind of really think he needed Trickster's Glass instead. But maybe Zonya's Nico 3 is just like the nuts and I'm just not a knower. I wonder if China jokes the same way about Western slams. Maybe. What's like the NA slam? I don't even know if there is one. I mean, last set the NA slam was Even Shroud. Even Shroud IE.
就感觉一夜之间崛起了一套阵容。
连续加强好几个版本了，实在太强了。还有一张无敌二。会。
Last Whisper.
现在可以拿无敌二了。
无敌二
Maybe.
都很好。霞应该。
Last Whisper is a good one. Shojin is probably one. Shojin Morello. Spark. Dude, you'd be surprised how often people don't slam Spark. I think Shojin makes the most sense. Every time I see someone slams Runins, I cringe a little. What's wrong with Runins Hurricane? I like Runins. I think Runins is actually one of the coolest items out there. It's a unique item. It's a unique item.
打一个天降死神，打一个自死人的一个尊者，拼尊了吗？这个尊者应该挺能拼的，我印象。还是把前排都秒掉了，又活一波。右边的狙神也成功拿下。
啊，这个大嘴
还是走了，
不出所料，我还以为他能苟到前4。这没有3星大虫子，然后装备又不够好。
他没有纳什，技能频率还是太慢了，虽然最后补了一个小20兵的攻速。
Did you see the Soju versus Robin 10 Story Weaver showdown? I was busy today. I had some things I had to do, so I didn't watch it. What happened? Oh, wait, hold on a second. What Yone? This is set 6 Yone. You literally would build this Yone and set 6 if it was Last Whisper instead of Hodge. Oh my god. Challenger Yone? Whoa, that gets me kind of excited. It was Challenger Academy Yone, and you would play him with Fiora. It was that or Edge of Night, so you could play Runins as well. A Academy Night, you would play Challenger Yone with Fiora, and then you would play like other stuff, like Warwick. Who were Challenger units back then? Oh, dude. I know Quinn, but Quinn was a set 8.5 or 6.5 unit, wasn't she? Kaisa, but Kaisa was a 5 cost. Your frontline was like Leona because she was an academy unit. It was like Leona, Fiora, Yone, and then you would play like another like Braum. Braum was like a bodyguard unit or something like that. And then you'd play Fiora and then some other stuff. Samira, that's what it was. Samira, Warwick. Okay, yeah, I remember. Thank you. We miss challengers, dude. I kind of think challengers have kind of been challengers have been a banger every set they've been in TFT, and also because the memes are so good. When like Soju gets demoted to GM, and then they're like, Soju, dude, I wish we had the copy pasta on hand. Where like Soju's like, what the hell? I thought I had 6 challengers, and he looked because like bottom right was no longer a challenger. That pasta was so good. Soju loses the fight after upgrading his entire board because his bottom right was no longer a challenger. Whoa, Nar 3, Kindred 3. Okay. I mean, not the best Nar items with Freaky Friday, but hey, I'm open-minded. How is this even possible? Soju screams after getting another 8th. He opens the box, starts yapping. I hate 8 challengers. How do I die at 4-2? Soju looks at his board and finally realizes he only plays 7 challengers as the bottom right one is no longer a challenger. Yes. Amazing. I hear his voice in my head. How is this even possible? Man, it's been a while since I've hate watched Soju because he's just not streaming very often. He streamed for like 10 minutes today and then peaced out. This dude did a sponsor stream and then begged for subs in my chat the very next moment. Like 1 hour he's doing a sponsor stream, and then and then the next hour he's in my chat begging for a gifted sub. Oh man. I think so. Ooh. Look at this, guys. Chorizo hash with avocado and chili oil. Man, eggs, potatoes, and sausage. Very healthy. Who is running behind the players? Oh, when a player gets eliminated, they walk off the stage. Are you talking about this? Is this just an admin? You know, prevent the cheating. Can you share some of it? Oh yeah, if you guys stick around, I'll share some with you at the end of stream. Another 7 Shadow game, by the way. 7 Shadow, Gold Collector, IE Show. These are really good items. Oh my god. Guy wins the lobbies. Versus Nar 3. Nar's getting interrupted. Stats don't lie, baby. Stats don't lie. 7 Shadow. 7 Shadow is really good. Stats do not lie. Holy crap, they make you like right in your placements. It's so official. Okay. I disagree. I think we're good. Snowy wins. Oh, Snowy looks really different than I remember. He got like a makeover. Snowy did not look like that like back in like set 7 when I was watching him. Okay, do you guys think these fight camera angles are kind of cool? It's so different from TFT, it makes me feel like I'm not watching the same game. Dude, why aren't you guys pro players in China? They just have like a backstage where you can hang out with a bunch of dudes and girls that love playing TFT. I think these are like popular streamers and influencers. I don't know who they are though. All right. They're just yapping.
第三把的话，其实这个
Is it possible to link the link to watch on the official website?
独立的每一把。
I'm watching on China's YouTube. This is called Bilibili. I'm watching on Bilibili if you want to watch it.
就放松心态是最重要的。就比赛中，其实一是把你的心态控制好，然后
Trying to be a Chinese pro? Yeah, exactly. So you can get everything you want: money,
相
fame.
信自己。好了，那这边哇，这就我都不太好读这句话。一念之差是好。
You can be a TFT influencer.
A 组的第5场对决中，刷新出
Okay.
确那把第一个桃花魂刷的是金色。
Here we go. Game number 3.
所以打到后期的时候，大家的质量确实偏太高了。好的，那也是赶紧。
So Sevening Shadow won a game.
也是我们今天5局比赛的一个分水岭啊。
Sevening Shadow got another had another good. I think. Oh no, Snowy ended up dying.
好像没有一个
So
人
he
打
didn't actually end up top 4ing that game.
大家都不想
And that was a crazy game.
只能说 Kolo 是肯定不会站的。
What's gonna happen in this game?
三彩
很伤。
很伤啊。光明赐福只有一则一位选手。
光明赐福比较适合连败一些，大家都不想连败。
是的，有没有
How do they do those angles? They have an observer in game that have special camera tools.
布拉德一子头痛。
一子头痛还是相对来说大家都没那么
高费一些，就是
大家都不会那么抵触的一个城邦，
都好用。
Do they have individual POVs for this? They do not.
但是其实这个城邦
They do not.
运气的影响还是挺大的。
对，
有的人就是报到自己想要的。
是的。
但是你没有，但是这个东西因为它不直观。
Everyone's at stage in China competing, so they don't have. They're not streaming their POVs.
什么报什么？
就是你报什么3费或2费会比较好一些。
我说的是后面4费5费的时候。
4费5费你可以控嘛？
哦，他不是
啊，不是那个，不是英雄大会。
对，
这个是比较看运气的就。
是。 就还有一点就是这套阵容有一个小问题，就你如果玩第一，
This might be like champion delivery or something like that.
我举个例子，我都明画这场面，我就是需要一下。
Tier opening.
很高的牌，你是换钱呢，还是但这个牌又有用，就会有点抉择。
对，有点犹豫。
这边 Koro 又是一个森林牌。哦 ，Ace 这儿是有2星的可库珀的。
来个新爪，
哎
，2张巴德，而且有弓，能不能来一个锻造熔炉？
Soju vs Robin cinema clip. All right, I'll watch it after this game.
对，就是来一些好的神器。
Thank you, buddy.
或给他一个白色潘多拉，他也是可以去玩的。
是的，这一把尊。
塞纳、杰拉、锤石、安妮加一个塞拉斯。
这个尊也是夜游的尊。
是。
真的，你这个圣贤塞拉斯也是能玩一下，
也是可以用。
阿成有漫游。
勇敢区飞那边有学习恩，
因为今天这把有个2费火力，可以考虑拿一下。
是的。
还是很需要稳住。
Okay, Wandering Trainer and got Umbral plus Heavenly.
他甚至可以考虑2费火力去玩斗蛇，看要不要搏个上限。我要稳分的话就玩个。
Epoch too healthy. Bruiser slamming.
几波的提升，而且这把有英雄大会，他的抓不群是可以直接拿下了。
基本上发什么4费5费都是能用。
是，也是配合到城邦选择了卓。金卓来说的话，在
build different. Okay.
但是
那也要看他怎么。
没有1个2星，很伤。
对。
卓的关键就是需要一些2星怪前期去跑一些血量。
夜游加天降还不错，
还可以。电刀直接做，还有小妮蔻。
2位觉得夜游天降是怎么去处理呢？
This hash is delicious. The eggs and the sausage and the potatoes all work really well.
转职，对，因为月优户口是高人一等了。
Good night, Raptor. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. I'll see you on Friday. I'm not streaming tomorrow.
这把是可以开3尊的，还不错的。这3尊锤石、安妮加塞拉斯
都比较百搭一些，都能用上。而且这种一般有庄子的局，其实都是希望什么？后面能再出一个转，然后到后面海斯如果能再拿了一个右转，
那就是
很有可能，
那就爽局了。
对。
All right, 2 healthy Shojin Slam. So what do you play with 2 healthy with Shojin Slam? Probably. Do you like 2 healthy into Janet Lux? Not that much. You're not playing as many 2 costs as you are in other lines.
有点难。前面都没有听牌的。
It's okay, but.
殉道者玩死神应该是比决斗好一点点。
斗士的血量高一些，开斗士的话可以吃一个殉道。
You can play 2 healthy Kaisa? Yeah, that's true. You can play Kaisa. Shojin's not bad on Kaisa.
2个2星。这次下面卡钱卡的有点厉害呀，能不能对出来？诺手2了。
Okay, Bruiser plus 1.
是的。
反正这应该是奔着莉莉娅去了。
莉莉娅，圣贤莉莉娅。
物尽其用。
对。 同样这边有点像年华了，但是装备现在都是散件，缺水滴。
这个玩年华一点。
Julos into Faded. Okay, so Most of the lobby is AP.
如果真的是一个连败连滑的话，就得后面记得非常非常好的才能活了，而且后面凯斯战力要补得很好。
I think this guy is angling for Kaisa based on the way he's like setting things up. You got the bruiser set up. You got the trick shots in the back.
这烛光不会爆一下吧？哦，还是。
Okay, we lost. We lost. Good loss for Curl. Point standing wise, this basically two players are really far behind. Ace at 5 points. And Shuya is at 4 points, which is like I mean 4 points is pretty bad. He went 7-7 equivalent to or like 6-8. So he needs to pick it up. You only have 5 games.
那就得看嫖不嫖得到这些牌了，嫖得到才能去，嫖不到那他只能按部就班就去这个。
3块钱大剑狗熊，水滴，大棒子切安娜，公司的肾。
Was there any CN Sage Lock? There is. There is. It's not as commonly played as some of the other comps, but there is some locks being played. Some, but not like the craziest amount.
拿1块钱真的很难受。
对，因为前期的钱太值钱了，前期的话差2块钱的话，有很多波你可能吃不到利息的。
是，这边一泽也是
给了个狗熊，没什么用。
千珏给了一个握力。
What I mean by that is that it's rarely contested.
也有点像莲花，莲花不会卷起来吧，对吧？
哎，果然我觉得就是林路老师说的那个很对。如果要玩毒牙，就玩上一把最卷的。你看死
That's he has Umbral and he has Heavenly, so he probably ends up wanting to play around more of the Umbral with the shift slam. Slam him. Dude, how many people are AP in this lobby? I feel like 6 to 7 people have 8 AP slams. One person has Shojin, so they can play like AD technically with Kaisa. This is wild. Like I feel like everybody's AP. I guess Bruiser can be AD if you go vertical Bruisers. You can put like the Bruiser on an AD champion.
还硬哦，他有可能跑去死神吗？怎么跑？有个重置器。
今天青龙刀鬼术全砸了。
把鬼术留着，青龙刀砸了。
We got built different. The BD player.
是有点冒险，但是可以考虑。
可以考虑啊。
毕竟他这个过渡体系其实是跟死神搭挂变的，因为他是有一个有纹跟那个这个挖掘机。
有幽魂吗？
You know, in these kinds of setups, you can actually also go for Heavenly Cane if you're able to do that because you can easily fit in 7 Reaper. Or sorry, 7 Reaper. 7 Heavenly if you get +1 again. 7 Heavenly, 4 Reaper. I'm definitely seeing a lot of Duelists and Umbral Reapers. Quite different playstyle than Reaper Bruiser and Sage Lux in NA. I mean, Reapers are very popular in NA as well. We're talking about like Umbral. I don't think we've seen that much Umbral. We just see a lot of Reapers in general. One thing that I think about the Reaper core, I think the Reaper core is very flexible. A lot of people are overplaying like the same Reaper Bruiser setup every single game. You can do other things besides it. That being said, like you play Reaper Bruisers like a lot, maybe like half your games, perhaps even more. But you can play other things beside it. You don't have to just play 4 Bruisers. Bard. Dude, this guy's Kane.
有点吃力，如果要玩死神的话，
只敲一个不讲，那应该就不是。但是要敲攻速好点，要敲攻速。
I think these are the kind of spots where people are talking about though that they wish that they could play like you see that Ashe is uncontested, but I feel like a lot of people don't have Ashe spots. Maybe this person, technically built different, can play Ashe. And they can play Kaisa. Ashe, if you play Ashe in built different, you take away the ability to play Lissandra. Or at least you have to disable Porcelain. So a lot of times people prefer Kaisa because it opens up more 5 costs for you to hit. 5 costs are a value are Hui, Irelia, and Lissandra. So you're usually looking for those units. But you'd rather play a 2-star 4 cost over a 5 cost 1-star, except for I think Hui.
已经不可能往死神走了。
靠肉这边木桩，
那靠肉还是要考虑死神。哦，不是考虑这个。
And Irelia is like, Irelia might be like she's really good obviously, but she might be like the most overrated BD unit. Like a lot of people just try to feed her in no matter what. Sometimes you just rather play like like Ash 2, Kaisa 2 instead.
拿六人口地不地了一会儿。
S 拿了巨龙加护，昨天我们在 A 组其实是有巨龙加护的，但是给装备给的真的太晚了。
Why Hui? Oh, because I mean his utility is really good.
虽然
The AOE and healing, it complements like a lot of the single target damage that a lot of the dealers, that a lot of people you build around. And when you play build different, you're like naturally incentivized to play a lot of single target stuff. Ash is single target. If you play around Kayn or Silas, they're single target. If you play around Kaisa, you don't get trick shots, so you don't have single target. And it's just not that efficient to play on the AP AoE. So you're playing like a lot of single target AD. So Hui complements it through like the type of damage he does. He's also a good AP item holder, and he also can print the 4 cost. And so it's just like a lot of like different reasons that make him pretty good with your comp.
先用着，到时候也看八人口地牌，如果能八人口能地到2星的开银，可能还是会转成紫橙的。
You also sometimes struggle with Morello holders in the comp. Sometimes, not that often, but like you can. So like if you end up in a situation where like you have Morello, you're like, huh. And you're not finding Irelia, and you're obviously not going to necessarily always be playing on Morgana. What are the 4 costs that can hold Morello really well? You like Wukong or Hui with build different. Wukong is specifically like designed for his traits though, to be like Wukong is like the ultimate 5 cost support unit because his traits are more important than his actual unit functionality. It feels kind of bad to say it, but Wukong is kind of a 5 cost trait bot. He can do well, but he's just really unreliable. Like the amount of times, the ratio would probably be like 9 to 1 in terms of like 10 fights that does Wukong have an impact. 9 fights he does not. So Wukong is not very reliable. I think his targeting and his CC timing is, or his ability timing doesn't sync very well to like the cadence of fights. By the time he like finishes spinning and charging up, like either the fight's done or like he misses, or you know what I mean. It's just not reliable. So I wouldn't say Wukong is good, but Hui is good because Hui just does a lot of damage just in general, and Hui's just a good unit. He's just a good unit. I don't know if you guys have played much Hui 2, even if you just have like 3 Mythic, which is basically the only way you can give him a trait buff. But if you like play him with 3 Mythic setups and you have a good Hui setup, you'll just see him like crush everything. You're like, huh? Hui's like so good. You complement him with like Irelia, or you complement him with like Azir AP or something like that. And you see like Hui 2 with almost minimal traits active, dealing crazy damage. Hui is not really tied into his traits. He's almost like a threat. The AD portion, the AD and the HP that you get on Hui is like not that important. So he's almost like a threat. Okay, Lichbane and Zoe, those are good items on Silas. Kind of got punished for putting a rod here on Zoe. This set in general, encounters have made this kinds of play really punishing. They didn't actually tech in Spectral Cutlass anywhere. Two Spectral Cutlass. A lot of people just wait for their fight to start and then stand the Spectral Cutlass. These kinds of encounters are ones that I won't miss. Although I guess there's a lot of those. I'm not going to miss this encounter. You get 6 random items and it's like good luck. Especially because they introduced 20 new items and it's like, okay. Someone has an AP carry, AP comp gets 2 Spectral Cutlass. Someone gets like Zonias and Diamond Hands and Trenchcoat. What a burp. Was he looking for the 3rd Zoe items? Usually Death Cap is the best, but you can't really get 2 rods easily because you want to have a spark and some other rod items. Rods in general is a premium item in the AP line. Rods and tiers. That's a lot. That's the biggest argument for why people end up slamming JG pretty often, is because you just can't get multiple rods as easily.
对子有点多。
Shojin Nashers. I'm looking at.
风女基本上用不上。
Oh my god, we have 0 frontline items.
塞拉斯复活
We have 0 frontline items. Nashers
塞
on
拉斯嘛，有点勉强
Silas.
有点勉强，勉强的厉害。
Oh dear.
可能
可能还得再做个拿。
I do not think it's Nashers. I think it's Guard Breaker actually.
那个莉莉娅
破防。
金融刀破防，
He slammed. Where's he slamming his items? He's spreading his components. Oh, he's playing slamming. He's playing slamming.
看下一波海斯，
暴打这个斗士，这个斗士更难受，他
没有塞拉斯了，
所有人都需要塞拉斯，
还有一家夜优也要塞拉斯呢。
是的。
加里奥也被人拿了好多，这边的2星加里奥，啊，那个斗士死了呀。
头疼。
Frodan, your job today during the podcast was more difficult
老八的话，那他基本上
than the moderator of the last presidential debate.
三黄三金局，有没有四飞增援？
很急。扣拿了施法。
I thought it went well though. I don't feel see, the difference is that I hope that you guys don't feel walking away
这边还剩一个
the
粉。
same way I did while watching the last presidential debate, because that was depressing.
哎呀，这个多边战斗给不上塞拉斯，好难受啊。
I legitimately was in despair. Like I was just like, wow,
这个纳什如果没给到这个塞拉斯，
we are screwed. we are so screwed. Yeah, just like in general.
你拿不了，
拿不了，拿不了。
拿了你这个劣势有点大。
Someone like posted a meme of like the election of like someone had like Joffrey from Game of Thrones versus like an actual like one of the dead corpses or something like that. It's like that's this is your election. I was like,
因为
what
这个
the
三尊并不
so
能让他
true.
手血，一定是2星卡萨的。
So bad.
你又没装备。
Oh man.
真要去摊这个尊者，可能也是塞拉斯好一点。就如果出塞拉斯，
Can I after debate bottom right concede? Yeah, you know how TFT players are like, can I just leave
天养尊二是
after they just get like a bad augment choices? You're like, what are my choices?
没问题。
It's like no, you can't, man, because the reality is emigrating from the U.S.
这把卡好像也没人要卡。
is often not even that worth. It's not like other countries don't have problems, man.
可能也是
You were like, oh yeah, screw this, I'm leaving for Canada. It's like, dude, Canada's got their own issues.
异性很多，
一则2星的加里奥。
这边拿了个2星加里奥
这。边是一个森林。
Also, I kind of do believe in like staying and fighting for like something you kind of want. If you just like, yeah, like obviously sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, but there's also something like nice, like noteworthy and admirable about wanting to stay and try to like be part of change.
这个卓尔不群的前排其实就是安妮。
Yeah, come to Brazil. I mean, Brazil sounds lovely, but I'm good.
是的。
I'm good. I'm happy where I am right now.
也是一个胜负。
哦，这个莉莉娅是刚刚被控到了。
需要再补一个包机装，打爆破
Yeah.
防。
Why does it look like we're doing like no damage? This Lillia is spending the entire look at the first half of this fight. This Lillia is just like having a fight with a tree.
打爆破防。
装备伤害有点太不够了。
Oh, she killed the back one. Never mind. It's all
白
good.
被点掉了。
杀这个2费卡还是够的，哎，所以这个卡莎还是可能需要卡莎。这个2星赛，这个2星赛纳根本。
I'm so glad Mortdog came to put Milk in his place. That podcast went well.
哎，是什么？
I'm glad he did as well, because the thing is, I'm always down to have spontaneous moments like that, but I don't want to assume, right? Because what would be a bad precedent would be to like constantly like, hey, let me just keep inviting guests that's gonna bait Mortdog to want to actually come on the podcast and debate. Or, you know, it's like that's not a healthy thing. So I always like
后面2把
I knew
24分。
that there was a large chance that today's podcast was going to be big time yap. And I even told you yesterday, right? Yesterday, I was like, today's podcast is going to be
还在地，需要些
pretty negative. Yesterday was like, you know, all about the glaze,
这把至少我跟你
talk about the good stuff. We're happy, you know, all the great happy memories.
也可以直接做了。
Tomorrow is going to be like when we start cracking down. Tom Kench 3.
可以日炎龙牙救赎。
JG Kane.
离子救赎。
巴豆开始
救赎。
日炎
Okay.
日炎
离子给塞拉斯，来了一张塞拉斯，
嗯。
这样看起来
还行，
好像还有，
他这样的
OK
挑战塞拉斯真的，
他好像唯一的伏笔是凯隐是没吸血的，
嗯。
Oh, China loves JG so much, they're just slamming on AD carries now. My
巴
god.
豆能提供不少的伤害，巴豆这个地方。
毕竟吧，而且三星塔姆这个塔姆基本上死不掉了。
对，这塔姆救了他，其实，包括塞拉斯也来了。
当然只是暂时救了他，遇到一个 AOE 强的把他凯隐打死，他可能就伤害不够了。
关键还
I'm
是
not even American, but my country is also despairs. I mean, that's just the reality of a lot of places. Like,
来了个小伙伴，但是
I don't keep up with global state of affairs like as much as I used to. When I was younger, I did a lot, but you know, I always like when I have international friends, they tell me about like the economic situation in like Argentina, for example, and like what happening in Argentina was like basically they struggled so much with their economy and like hyperinflation that they literally like elected somebody to destroy the entire system. They like actually had some dude who like straight up like fired like 80% of the government or something like that, and then like stripped down everything. It was like very controversial stuff, like taking away a lot of like rights for workers and making it very pro-business, like making things worse for maternity leave, things like that. But like Argentina's economy was in such a bad spot that they kind of like some guy like promised to do everything different and like strip things down, and he did. And apparently like it got worse after a while, and then apparently it's starting to get a little bit better finally. So maybe there's hope at the end of the tunnel. But like if that's what it takes, man, to destroy all your like social systems, like that's an extreme measure. I hope we never get there. But some countries are really going through it right now. They're going through like a huge amount of that. I'm not the most well-read person, but I try to keep some tabs on that kind of stuff to keep myself like not like TFT brain rot. But man, that sounds really tough. Anyways, America is, when you read that, you're like, hey, America ain't so bad sometimes. A lot of times actually. Yeah. Have any Japanese tournaments happened? Japan is lumped in with APAC, so their tournaments are happening. Oh my god, Spectral Cutlass, Nautilus. They're happening this weekend as well, so all of them are happening at the same time. APAC, Americas, and Europe all have this at the same time. So the Japanese tournaments are happening this weekend. Oh, close. This guy's living. Dude, taking an 8th here in game 3 is really bad. You start falling really far behind. This happens a lot in Latin America. This kind of revolution happened in almost all Latin countries. Yeah. Yeah. That's sad.
他本来我感觉他拿到那个4倍增援的时候，应该是本来拿到的时候应该是松了一口气。哎，我这把双举，但是
I don't have the balls to do that. Like, imagine to be like a politician to actually do so many unpopular things that are just like not cool. You know, be anti-worker, be anti like maternal care, things like that. Like obviously he probably doesn't feel like think that punishing mothers or something like that, like the way we want to do, but like he has to do something pretty radical about it. And it's just like, man, that's crazy. That's such an extreme measure. It's a really biased view. Okay, listen, I'm just reading news, and the news that I read might be biased as well. I don't know, but like at least I'm trying, man. Okay, Fated Dryad. Shojin, Nashers, Syndra. Little buddies. That's a really good setup for this Fated line. Where's the one that made their national currency Bitcoin? Yeah, I think it's El Salvador. I don't know actually how they're doing though. Crow's dead. Oh god, we can't deal with this Lee Sin. It's an 8. Yikes. You only add different components. A lot of times this encounter doesn't do much because you just get an extra component. It's nice if you have a floating component. Sometimes you think about it.
本来以为是 S 是6分，现在别人是10月晴天变成6分。那边弗兰森能不能拿到一个蓝 buff， 给猴子补一个蓝 buff？ 嗯，对，能提升不少，但是他好像没拿，选择拿了一个输出好像。他也很。哦，你是扣了吗？扣了已经那个了。
2-star another Spectral Cutlass on Nautilus. We have the Exalted in. Lillia Exalted. Okay, cooking. Another Lillia Exalted board. It makes sense. Anti-Silas plus Syra. Easy way to fit it in. This Fated board goes 6 would be so sad. His board is legitimately looking great. Like upgrades, augments. He's got good set of items. Like, not like the worst thing about it is that he's playing Shojin on Syndra. Yeah, I look. He's just dead. That's wild. I mean, Exalted Lillia is very hard to deal with if she gets online. So
的火。
Man, that faded board was kind of good.
而且他有成长嘛，就是一是他的龙牙，二是这个斗士他某一些卡。对，比如
The guy who went 7-7 went 7 again. Oh, I just noticed he has 6 points. I like that they have the points here to show you like how they're doing. Like, so this person just finished and has 13 points now.
对他还是没有把这个凯隐上的装备给换到他身上。
对，凯隐的话下的话降太多质量。
是的。
需要一个补物理输出的一个。
要把那个无尽法包换一下就好了。
对。
这个三星塔姆是。
Blue buff, death cap, GS. This is the old Heimerdinger build. Set 3 Heimerdinger or set 6 Heimerdinger. Blue buff, death cap, GS. Oh my god, we lost to the other Lillia exalted board. 8 Bruiser, Tom Kench 3. I'm pretty sure 8 Bruiser, Tom Kench 3 plus any carry is actually quite good. I've seen it. This is the 3rd time I've seen China do it, where they just, it doesn't matter. Like, they just pick Tom Kench 3 and 8 Bruisers plus any other carry. Like in this case, it's Kane carry, but they played Morgana before. They've played Lillia Azir. They've played Aurelia. Played Tom Kench 3 with it. Who are you rooting for to win this? I'm rooting for my boy Flancy. I feel personally invested in Flancy because I remember back in set 7 when he was having his first breakout set that I was like, this guy is the real deal. Because back in set 7, everyone was talking about 62nd as like the CM player to watch because he was rank 1 all the time. But I remember watching Flancy and being like, dude, this guy like is the truth. Like, yeah, everyone's talking about Flancy or 62nd, but like, let me tell you about this Flancy guy. And then he went dead last in regionals. But then in set 8, he made it to Worlds and got 2nd. So I feel like vindicated off of that. This set, I'm not getting that from anyone from China. I'm just not like, there's no like individual that I see from China that I'm just like, yeah, like that's the guy. That's the guy. I don't sense the aura. You know what I mean? No aura. Who from China do we feel like Ice gave me that last set? Ice gave me that last set. Maybe I just haven't watched enough China. I've been so in my weeds doing my own thing with Americas. I spent a lot of this set learning Latin and Brazil, quite frankly. A lot of my energy this set was learning our own backyard. I've watched so much more Latin and Brazil that I have this set than all the other sets combined. Ooh, my god, this Silas. Oh, that's a double kill. Hey, it's my boy Flancy. Hey. Even got the Fitbit on. Making Frodan look smart. I mean, good job to him, though. the sword pull out? Alright, bro. You ain't no Hashira. Relax. Stats breathing. I'll kill you with my tactics that tool speed. Yeah. Alright, man, relax. Anyone watch the season finale of Demon Slayer? If so, don't spoil. I haven't watched it. No spoilers. No spoilers. No spoilers. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Can't wait to watch the next arc. When's the next arc coming out? Lillia Augments. Oh dear. Oh dear.
也有可能说，哎，2阶段都出来。哦，对，比如说2阶段来个什么升级都加那个什么生日礼物，什么对冲基金的组合。对，就是有联动的这些强化符文可能会比较快速的出来。
Have you seen Muzan walk? I've not. I've heard about the memes though. When's the next set? In a couple weeks.
积分影响，因为它还是积分还是不错的一个情况。对，目前是场上第4嘛。嗯，比较稳一点，其实也不慌，稳定发挥就行。是。You
hate this augment? You mean this portal, right? Or this encounter? But it's so whimsical, you know, and fun. When do you get your augments? We'll never know. Maybe you'll never get your augments. No, thank you. No, thank you.
我看好十月晴天。
十月晴天，好的，那也希望十月晴天可以buff 移到一哥这边，好好的追一追分了。
哟，后边这边直接爆风女了。
今天好像风女拉克斯只有第一把出现，
是的
，Ace 玩的，
但是
老八的
白牌真的是不太顺。
感觉他的那个什么，就是 C 拉克斯有点那个下限太低了。
This encounter says random, but I feel like it's always stage 5 plus for 2 augments. Yeah, I think playing like only with 1 augment is so it's like boring, and also like it just feels like unfun in the sense that you're just like like what a waste of time. What a waste of time. Oh, no augment on stage 2.
二阶段好像
不太确定。
是的，因为我们是 OB 视角，可能不太确定这一点。
Oh, they have like an overlay that automatically shows augment on 2-1, but it's not true.
玩到永恒吉拉的话，其实这个开局是能接受的，主要装备。
Because this is like the CN overlay.
只能和鬼术，但是就阵容可能会有点定。
哦，阿成这边2张风女。
I think that this isn't the worst portal or worst encounter portal, but it's my least favorite one. It's my least favorite one. At least like the other ones are kind of like exciting. This one is just like not exciting. You're not having fun, and it's not exciting. At least with like the Darius Spoils of War one, you're like, okay, maybe I can high roll. The Yorick that like, you know, gives you 7 units. It's like kind of exciting to just like be playing stage 2 like, you know, turbo with a bunch of resources and units. They're like crazy. You play in like the Tom Kench ones or the Tristana one, you start off with a bunch of gold. Like at least those are like what, like, you know, higher octane TFT, and maybe that's fun every now and then. This one just like, I don't know, I'm falling asleep, man. You like the 7 units Yorick one better than this one? Yeah, better than the Lillia one. I think this was my least favorite. Because if you're low rolling, there's not even like the illusion that your augment can bring you back, right? Sometimes you're just playing the game and you're like, oh, if I just hit like this augment, I'm back. You don't even get that in Lillia because you just don't know when your next augment is. It's just like this. You're like waiting for the augment to potentially come save you, and you just don't know when. Okay, they actually do know though here at 2-6. They get their first augment here. Kane is my least favorite. Okay, you want to hear like an interesting thing? I think the Kane augment or the Kane portal at the beginning of the game that ends the game at 5-3 is actually a good encounter. That might be my hot take. That actually might be one of the best ones. Maybe that's not to say that like it's like good in general. Maybe that just speaks to the quality of encounters, but I actually think it's one of the best ones. It changes the game meaningfully. You know exactly what's going to happen, and now the game is different. You can't just play the same way you usually play. Right? So like you can't just like play fortune. Oh my god, I got the fortune spot. You can't just take something like haphazardly, like what doesn't kill you, without understanding what you have to do. And the value system changes. Like 5 costs are now much harder to play, and so like there's like a risk and reward factor to like different things that completely shift. I think it's funny that it was one of the things that we were most worried about, and it ended up being an encounter that I think people end up enjoying. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Is it possible to get a Kane encounter in a pro match? Yes, it is.
别人也许第2把不想碰，这边 Flancy 可能有死神的角度了，因为底下也是留了死神的牌，
还是得看他做个水银鬼术能不能把自己的连胜保住吧。
是的，因为
这装备做的是。
How are you supposed to play a 7 units Yorick encounter? Yeah, basically the idea is your gold is really inefficient spent leveling, so you can use it for rerolling. And you can also field a bunch of units to make the reroll comps that are usually like gated in terms of the bench, the bench space, or sorry, the field size. Be good. How many times have you rolled for like, you know, Kog'Maw reroll, but you're holding like the Alawi and the next unit you want to play, like you hit a random Lillia, or you hit like other things like the Tom Kench, but you're not supposed to play it yet. So it helps those reroll comps like get online quicker and the power scaling completely shifts. So if you're playing around the Yorick thing, the one powerful comp to think about is Goggle. That's not always true of every doesn't mean that everyone's supposed to reroll. It's just that is one thing about reroll comps that get better. I wouldn't say that you're supposed to reroll in the Yorick augment or Yorick encounter. I keep saying augment. Coral's at 40 gold. Coral's been lose streaking like a lot. The one thing about Coral is that he used to be kind of like a lose streak into force a certain comp and then win outs player. And I think that that's less good this patch. I don't know too many like lose streak into win outs. Like Fortune, Kaisa is one of them. What else? Like Faded was that last patch with Syndra, but not really this patch. What's like the stabilize off lose streak and win out comp now? Or is lose streak just terrible? What do you guys think? Can we remove the Janus Zephyr encounter, please? Be my guest. Be my guest. I'm not stepping in your way. That guy had Vow or Gargoyle or Adaptive Slam. I think it's a really interesting one. But I think I would go for Adaptive because he had an Umbral +1. And you can put that on a Loon. But playing on Vest is a little bit trickier. I guess maybe you can go for like Crown Guard or something. Long shot into Rage Blades. We have one Snipers player. Don't you want to win streak with Syndra for Dryad stacks? Yeah. But like last patch, like it was so good that you didn't need to. And like the dirty secret of Dryad Syndra was that you actually didn't need any Dryad stacks because the comp was that good. And the thing about it is that you need to have really good items. So as long as you like 2-star Syndra and Ornn started winning on stage 4, you would eventually get to the point where you just became unkillable anyway. Can you fast 9 off of a loose streak? You can, but you need like a lot of things to specifically make it go right. Like you need to hit like either a loose streak trait like Fortune. You need to get like it needs to be like a high econ portal like Scuttle Puddle, and you have like a lot of HP like Tiny Titans, that kind of stuff. Because true fast 9 is only really done from win streak, and the only times you can ever do it in lose streak is if like the stars align. And 5 costs are generally overpowered. Like if you can hit all your 5 costs. Like last set, there was actually true fast 9 because some people would play Heartsteel, and I remember took triple econ augment. Took something like level up, hedge fund, plus tiniest titans or something like that, and played Heartsteel, and then like played triple econ. And then just like rolled 130 goals or something like that and hit all of his 2-stars, hit that 2-star headliner and like stabilize around that, and then he won the game. But that hasn't been like a thing in set 11. This guy's cashing out, but he's at 0, so this guy's just trying to win. Wins again. Just using Fortune as an econ trait. Hope they bring back hologram. I mean, hologram was tied to your headliner, right? So it's kind of hard for them to bring it back in that exact same capacity. But there used to be one called, oh man, Tangent would know. Tangent, what was the augment that like would summon a copy of your highest HP unit? Tangent would know. What is it? What is it? You remember what I'm talking about? It was like people had it tied to Colossus in like set 6. Woodland Charm. Yes, thank you, thank you. Oh, nice job. That was the one that that basically hologram was based off of. You get a copy of like your highest HP unit. So maybe that could be something that comes back. Very unique augments. Because it would help you win streak a lot if you had an upgrade. But how would you actually scale off of it? I wonder what there would be crazy combos of this set if Woodland Charm was around. Huh. Can't even think of anything really. My first instinct would be to say that Woodland Charm on 2 Irelia 2s sounds disgusting. But I don't know. Can't think of any like crazy combos besides that. Kabuko? I mean, if you get an infinite HP Kabuko, maybe. United Kaisa. Kaisa doesn't really play a lot of traits. You play 4 trick shot for Bruiser. And like, you know, maybe like Soy Weaver, but that's about it. So I wonder if he's going to mix it up a little bit here. Ash, Annie are exalted though. Woodland Charm plus Trench Coat? I don't think Woodland Charm actually takes the items though. The Woodland Charm only just summons another copy. So you would get another copy of a unit, but you wouldn't get their items. Okay, 4 Reaper. Looking good. Anyone good with Trench Coat? Probably good with Woodland? Yeah, probably like Silas would be good, I guess. Maybe you wouldn't mind like just having it on like another Galio 2 or something like that for your front line. Heavenly Cane. All he did was hit Zeke's and he said Heavenly Cane. Did he get the Zeke's bonus? He might have missed. And Cane is kind of cool. Okay, don't we think... Does anybody else think that Cane this set is actually kind of cool? Isn't it good redemption? Because like Cane has had a couple sets where he's been kind of lame. Like set 7 Cane, that guy didn't do anything. Set 10 Cane also was like kind of mid. He never really had his time to shine. I think Heartsteel held him back. But like this set's Cane is pretty dope. I actually I don't mind it. Zed from last set was cooler. Yeah, you're not wrong. I'm thinking about it a little bit more. Zed. But like the last 2 iterations that I remember of Cane was set 7 and set 10. Did they do set 8 or set 9 Cane? I don't think so. I just remember like, man, Kane's just like not that cool. Was he in set 9? I don't think so. 2 items. Man, just think about it, you guys. In 2 weeks, it's set 12 time. I'm excited. I'm obviously looking forward to Worlds, stuff like that, but like I'm also excited for set 12. When are they bringing back set 2 Zed? I think they did actually. Wasn't set 4 Zed similar to set 2 Zed? Am I misremembering? And also, wasn't set 9 Zed similar to set 2 Zed? Oh, no. You're thinking about I'm thinking about the Summoner Zed. You're talking about Summoner Light Zed. Oh, dude. Hopefully never, man. That shit was broken. Are you kidding me? No way. If they brought back Zed from set 2, I'm pretty sure you guys would like go back. Like we had to do another episode with Milk, just to yap about how awful. Like yeah, it is. Like never, man. Never. Oh, I thought you meant the Ninja Assassin Zed. Not the Summoner Electric Zed. Man, that dude was crazy.
狙神，远射也在之前我们没有注意到。
I hit platinum today. Congratulations, Teutonic.
一张艾希。
Platinum today, emerald tomorrow. We got 8 trucks, 2 5 shot. I've been seeing more of this, but HN is struggling a lot. I see a lot more of this where they play like 5 shot in the mid game, but the fact that he's at low HP, I think 5 shot is like a high tempo start, and you need to hit your upgrades, and you need to ultimately transition to like a reliable carry that isn't just like Senna 2. You just fall from the mid game. 6 Umbral. Rageblade Ash 1 with Sniper's Focus in the middle. That's not looking good for the Sniper player. Sniper player is struggling. Snowy. I was 40 LP away from GM and now I'm 0 LP Masters, so the dream is dead. 0 LP Masters? Sorry, man. But in some ways, it's going to make it feel really good when you eventually get to GM. Unless you get GM every set and you just happen to miss. But either way, don't worry. You do what everyone else does. It's actually like a full proof solution. Just blame Riot. Blame Mort Dog. Refuse to take any accountability. Uninstall the game. Type a rage exit post on Twitter and then, you know, join us in PB in 2 weeks. Any LOL unit with an ability that they haven't made yet you would like to see? I think if Poppy 5 cost who slams units off the board like Seth or Lisa would be awesome, but might be too OP. Let me think. I'm trying to think of some of the most iconic moves. I don't know. I feel like we've seen a lot of them. I'm trying to think of some of my favorite champions that I haven't seen in TFT. We've seen every TFT champion. I'm trying to think about like abilities though. Prior to this set, by the way, I wanted to see what Udyr would look like if you actually, because Udyr wasn't played for a while, but now Udyr's at 5 cost, and I will say that Udyr this set honestly is like cool in theory, but kind of forgettable. And Nivea wall for Pathing Nightmare. Yeah, I guess. Teemo's W. Isn't that the one where he speeds up? He just like waddles faster away. Just giggles at you. Oh, Augments. No Briar, no Briar. But, you know, maybe we'll get Briar. Aurora should be making her way through soon. Set 13, I would love to see return of Silco. Honestly, man, I'm down for Silco to come back again. It's time. Silco's in set. Was he set 9? I think he was on, right? Pog. No, but they're probably saving Silco for set 13. They don't want to overdo it. Oh, you know what? I would love for them to bring back Yuumi and have their ability of how she loads into the game and you immediately win without having to do anything. I really enjoyed that aspect of Yuumi. You guys remember? You attach to a unit and then you would win the game. Radiant item for Lee Sin. Wait, what did he take? He take Radiant Shiv? Oh, Radiant Deathblade. Radiant Deathblade. Dude, if this Ash player took Radiant Shiv, it would blow my friggin' mind. Radiant GS for Irelia with TG. Okay. 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 I mean, this is the part of the problem with the Radiant items, that you already have your items kind of distributed. Sometimes I feel like saving a remover is not bad because the game in set 11 might just offer you an encounter like this. Ooh, okay.
估计就是烂了呗。
对，就是没有什么可拿的了。
差不多。
这边 Ace 也是
Aatrox.
前排2张。
I'm trying to think about like what units have never really been 5 costs. What units have never really been 5 cost? It's always been like a low cost unit. Blitzcrank. How about the Blitzcrank EMP? We're just EMPs. Ezreal. Ezreal was legendary in set 4. Jinx, legendary in set 6. Diana? Diana's been a 4 cost. I don't remember her being a 5 cost. Amumu, set 2. Set 2 Amumu. He did his AoE thing. Kog'Maw. That's a good one. Kog'Maw has not really been a 5 cost before. Karthus was a 5 cost in set 1. Yasuo was a 5 cost in set 1. And set 7. Admin Blitz was a 5 cost. Yeah, true. Riven. The thing is, nothing in Riven's kit inherently makes her feel like she should be a 5 cost. Nocturne. Oh yeah. How about this? Nocturne's as a 5 cost. You play him on your board and no one can scout. It's just your passive ability. You just have a Night Shroud, darkness. Whenever they look at your board, it just turns off. It just turns off scouting. I would play Nocturne on my board always. Just why not? and then but the thing is, he actually does something. But like, you just his passive ability is you can't scout me. Fuck off. Leave me alone. that would be hype. Like maybe he just does some generic AD melee thing like Kayn. He just spins around and does damage, but his passive on his ability just denies the scouting. Now that would be hype. Sorry for sounding like an idiot, but I'm new to TFT, especially competitive and high level. But what does the symbol next to the win streak on the player on the overlay mean? Do you mean this? This means the next likely player the player they're most likely to face. Unless you're talking about like this. This symbol is how many points they have in the tournament. This is their goal. So this is gold, the streak that they're on, and how many points they have in the tournament. So this person's at 24 points. This one's at 20 points. This person's at 24. This person's at 13, 18, so on and so forth. I think Shuya is dead. 12 and 13 points is too little. They're playing for top 4, right? Top 4 gets to advance to the semifinals the next round. Blue buff on Kindred. 5 cost Kindred was pretty cool too. The invincibility ring. That was actually a really cool 5 cost. Let's see, has Cho'Gath ever been a 5 cost? He's been 4 cost before where he does like the AoE rupture thing. I don't think so. But yeah, I'm thinking about it, and there's been a lot of these units have been 5 costs. Like, I'm looking at it. Kai'Sa's been a 5 cost, Lillia's been a 5 cost, Lux has been a 5 cost, Yorick's been a 5 cost. I don't think Nico's been. Azir and Wukong obviously are. Ornn has been a 5 cost. Kindred, Kiana, Kha'Zix, maybe. Yone's been a 5 cost. Dude, can we actually kill this Xayah too? Holy cow, really? Oh my god, that was so close. 600 plus 3 exalted, so I mean he doesn't have like this Elune is not actually that reliable for DPS, but this Sylas every turn he rolls the items can be huge. That was crazy. 5 cost Skarner.
张奥恩，
哎，同样这边没办法。
哇，同样
对面两
心里
金刀妹就不太好打。
Skarner was a unit back in set 2, right? When was the last? Is that the last time we've had Skarner?
再微调一下，刀妹站到塞拉斯的后边，不容易被切。
Rek'Sai. The thing is there anything Rek'Sai does that's kind of cool?
乌迪尔，
但是乌迪尔还在脸上。
Rek'Sai just generally like go underground and just like pop up.
这已经
刀妹被秒了，
碾压惨了，
那没办法。
我们恭喜勇敢续费。
Okay, well,
就一个前期
I felt like Flancy was very unfavored.
最后变成两星加两星乌迪尔成功吃鸡。
Hey, top 2 for Flancy, my boy. He's back through.
一直冒火冒到最后。
其实就是你
Astral Skarner. Oh yeah, it was a 1 cost. It was a 1 cost.
斗士前
You're
后
right.
百
You're
分比
right.
带装备就是很合理。
他有一直都有提升。同样这边到后期
All right, all right. So this is the
就
scores
顺利上时就
going into the last game, and top 4 advance to the semifinals of regionals. So Flancy should be through. Snowy should be through, and then Coral, Ace. Coral down to Ace is like who can play for top 4. So it's 3 players playing for top 4 spots. Okay.
不会就是刻意去玩的那个很愤怒了。
是的，
对他就比较。
I would love to see combos like the Lee Sin Insect. Yeah.
分差像这样就是可能
But like, don't you think that's gonna be a buggy mess?
一个名额的情况下，所以对于来说前面的3名选手吃呢是
Where like Lee Sin jumps and turns around and ults to your team. I mean, we already had that unit.
对，
My Nautilus already thinks he's Insect.
同样选手
My Nautilus somehow turns around and ults my own team. Like, what is that, man? Who programmed Nautilus this set?
今天
This dude thinks he's Insect.
平滑，就是所有的选手玩的都是那种太稳了，所以也看不到什么非常大的东西出
The
来。
great thing about them making something a 5 cost is the skill doesn't have to be real. Azir doesn't really have a death laser, and Red doesn't have. Oh, that's true. That is true. But it takes a lot of resources. It takes a lot of
这边
resources.
上限比较高的阵容，可以玩玩即兴的大连麦呀什么的。
这边也是给到了上把，真的被就有同行，所以导致玩低飞卡不是很顺的我们的 ace。一把了，而且今天的
Okay, last game for today, and then we call it.
前面的4把
Thanks for everyone who stuck around today post podcast.
奇遇的出现都非常的平庸。
哦，包括这把也是三哥。
You know what?
但是
I'm down for them to flip the script. I'm down for them to go 5 cost Little Legend. What about a 5 cost Dango? What do you guys think? 5 cost Dango, and then you 2-star him.
能不能成为天选之人直接选到？
You flip the script, so now you're playing all these chibis, Chibi Yone, Chibi Ezreal, and all of a sudden 3-star Pengu comes out of nowhere.
其他选手定的阵容，我去做一定的抉择，因为今天还有一点就是我们感觉到吃分的一个版本答案，吃分答案是什么？不要撞。
I feel like TFT, if they did like that a lot, it would be kind of like jumping the shark a little bit.
基本上没有选手会奔着决斗去玩，只有一两家，然后决斗
But it is funny.
决斗很强，但是有决斗转8决斗的话，战力还是很高的。
I don't think we've ever had like a 5 cost Sivir. We've had 4 costs though.
如果我看有死神
Kog'Maw is the most interesting one. I don't know how Kog'Maw would be as a high tier unit.
互通的。
是相对比而言，因为
I don't think we ever had 5 cost Jax either.
分这张卡也比较好找。
We've had 4 cost Jax. I'm set 5. Everyone's had their chance to be a carry in set 4 though, as a 4 cost though.
很多人都是带着目的性在玩的。
For sure.
怎么说？
就是分差一点的追分。
5 cost Poro King. Oh man, you play like if you just play Poro as a trait, kind of like instead of Yordles, you're playing Poros.
要看现在有没有选手会考虑。
There's a Poro deck in Legends of Runeterra. I don't know if you guys ever play Legends of Runeterra, but there's a Poro deck and it's pretty troll.
哦，主管这边
I imagine they would theme it after that.
直接卖掉，不要
10 gold, pretty
不要让我
good.
难以思考。
What cost was Rel? Rel's been a 4 cost. She's been a 4 cost and a 2 cost.
感觉斗转比较好。
4 cost Rel was
第一个斗转拿
very satisfying. In fact, I really like all the Ironclad units they had from set 5. Nautilus, Rel, and Jax. That felt good.
这把要狗名的话，其实也是挺不错的。
对，因为
Okay, we got a scoreboard,
但这把
Scrappa.
把那个城邦
Portable Forge into Mana
抓
Zane.
了，寒假离手。
Okay, Fortune Crest.
所以是哎，
没拿，
我想说
This guy's not in a spot to take Fortune though.
真的可以拿的。
因为理论出现可能你拿个几星，理论淘汰。
哦，对，还是有理论可能性的。
啊，
他肯定就是我拿寒假离手随便混一混，我已经就是
的，
够了呀。
稳一点吧。
5 cost Kog'Maw would just be him with his percentage damage active and kill everything with Rage Blade.
对，乘马战士。
Yeah, I could see it. Or
上来了。
they flip the script again, and they make 5-cost Kog'Maw a suicide bomber. Like, because you know how Kog'Maw dies? He, like, waltzes around and explodes. That'd be kind of fun. That doesn't sound like a 5-cost ability. That sounds more like a 2-cost ability or something like that. Frontline Kog'Maw. Oh man. Now that's just weird. That is just weird. We've had 5-cost Senna. I don't think we've had 5-cost Caitlyn. We've had 4-cost Malphite. That dude was pretty funny. There was back in set 2. If you guys remember the Mage trait, Mage let you cast twice. After you cast your ability, you would cast it again. You would put a Mage emblem onto Malphite. Malphite would dive in to pop things up, but then he would dive again. So it was actually just really funny because you go boom, boom. Sometimes he like did some crazy zigzag juke action and it would just look hilarious because he's just diving face first into everything. It was really, and it's even funnier because sometimes he only could target the same thing twice. So he would like pop things up, but the things haven't even finished falling yet, so they would bounce and then they would fall halfway through and bounce up higher again. So he'd create like big trampoline stuff. Spark, ooh, prize fighter with Lux 2. The thing about Lux 2 is that she's not very good at winning fights early. Because you kind of need to have items for her, and she's supposed to like, yeah, like she's supposed to be like CC and like hit multiple targets, but she's just not very efficient at cleaning things up. Duplicator. This is Golden Prelude, by the way. Wasn't the Fury in the game? The Fury got added in set 9, so only as a 2-cost. But the 2-cost was like a unique trait that paired with Aatrox as a 5-cost. So that was interesting. Manazane Shiv. Horrible Forge. So this is like a Lillia setup. Oh, you can also put Manazane on Janna and Lux. Specifically put Manazane on Lux, I think. Asher's Gunblade. And those are all the components he gets? Okay. What was the best ever spat and unit combo? Like strongest combination or like the coolest combination? Blade Master Nocturne. Oh my god. Don't even remind me, man. Putting in Blade Master on Nocturne. And that guy would just like single-handedly beat everything. It was a 3-cost that was like so. It was an assassin that was so broken. You got, I mean, Demolition is Kaisa, but is also up there as well. Why does it feel like this Kog'Maw is not dealing nearly enough damage here? He has Manazane, Shiv, he's like 2-starred, and it feels like he's just not getting it done. Oh! Close. Oh, Curl loses a straight. That's a big deal. Protector Acel? Okay, I remember that. Protector Acel was really good. Protector Acel was good. Oxforce Camille? Oh, just Oxforce anything. Oxforce anything. How about Revel Deja? That one was actually like broken and cool. Revel Deja was actually really cool. Super broken though. Revel was like anytime you did ability damage, you would like deal some AoE and it would splash some firecrackers. And Deja's a passive was dealing magic damage. So whenever Deja would flap her wings and deal some damage, it would like create some fireworks. Happy July 4th.
不是说爵士越强，是因为你活到后面，你挂爵士越提升就是最大的。对，我们 SC 也是这个道理，你活到后面挂尊提升就是大。
没错，一泽这边是有个大复制器的。
Okay, so we have to save some items here. We got Spark. Oh, never mind. Moving away. Why are we watching the scoreboard scrapper board? This person wants to lose. Adaptive, Death Cap, Shiv. Deja in general had some of the craziest back combos. You're right. Like, dude, Deja, Whispers Deja, Rebel Deja. I'm probably missing other ones.
再加狗熊再偷偷开稳了。斯诺伊是两个两诺手，一个两切纳，还有两星亚索，现在还是很不错的。但是这边果然是一个克格莫，这数量好像没看到，但是他甚至他没有低太多，还有30块。对，钱没花。还有30块5张的。
Okay, here we go. Silver. Oh, someone hit Recon Bob. Oh. Is Ace gonna take Recon Bob here? Right here. Middle right. Do it. Wait, another Recon Bob. Oh, he did. He got 2 Canes. What? Oh, wait, he's playing Ash. Oh. Are you? Do you have to sell one? Couldn't you just play Kane and BT? Damn, this guy played a woke. He made a woke augment choice and then just like pivots out. I mean, I guess he wants to play Ash. He has the IE Rageblade ready to go. How'd you feel about the Ishtal trait? It was okay. It was like kind of mid and boring. There's like an interesting set of players who think that mid sets should come back. I don't know if you guys read it, but I stumbled upon a Reddit thread that said mid sets should come back. And it was so surprising to me because if mid sets were still a thing, then the mid set would be out last week. They would change out like 20 units, 1 trait, and we play another 3 months of this set. And I'd be like, no thank you. No thank you. You know what the good mid sets have been? The good mid sets have been the ones that radically changed the game because they needed it to. Set 5 and set 7. They needed to radically change it because the base set that they were working off of was a big miss, to say the least. So that's why some of those sets are good. Which is like kind of messed up psychologically as a gamer because you're like thinking, oh, like I like those so much of a mid set and it felt so good because the base set was so bad. But then you have a mid set that ruins everything, like 9.5. I'm pretty sure set 9, if it just didn't have a mid set, would have been remembered as a great set. All things that, yes, legends were kind of stupid, but like 9.5 like really ruined set 9. Everyone's impression of set 9 is so much worse because of set 9.5. What a waste, honestly. But then the argument could be, you know what a mid set does do? It gives you the chance to undo something that was the best. So theoretically, if they did something different, if they had a mid set for encounters, they could have theoretically radically changed the mechanic to make it feel better. And maybe that, and who knows, maybe 11.5 would have been so good. Who knows? But I think it's fine. I don't want mid-sets. I don't want mid-sets to come back. I'm good where we are right now. Boom. Dude, Ace is going dead last. I don't think Ace is playing for anything right now. Oh, yeah, he can actually play if Coral goes bot 4. Coral needs to go bot 4, and other people need to jump up in points over him. So Coral needs to go like a 6 to give these players a chance. 24, 27, 27, and the only player left is Coral at 19.
有没有一种可能他去转斗射？
一会儿来卡莎直接转。
选秀拿的羊刀，感觉就要让他转斗射嘛，其实也不太像了。
I hit GM for the first time. Just need to tell somebody. Congratulations. Congratulations. Hopefully not the last time. If you are a person that says, like, I personally believe GM just gives you enough satisfaction to make you feel like you can try to push for Challenger. I understand if Masters is your destination, but GM, when I hit GM for the first time, it was like, well, it's only like 200 more LP and it's Challenger. Like, how could, you know, or 300 LP to this Challenger? Like, you know, whatever. I hit like the first required amount of LP. How bad could it be? And then that's how Riot Games got me. And then that's when I knew I was hard addicted. Like, well, you know, it's just a little bit more. Like, why not just play a little bit more? Why not just play a little bit more? Surely you can't low roll again. Okay, I just ran down 100 LP in 2 games. That's okay. I hit my desired rank goal, and I went 8-8s immediately afterwards. That's okay. I'll get it back. 400 LP lost later. Like, all right, well, this game sucks anyways. Like, I'm over it. Worst balance ever. after you lose all your LP when you were so hopeful like 3 hours ago. Man, that's happened to me so many times when I was first grinding. I think I've since turned a corner in my play. I think in general, I think so set 5 was when I had a big jump in my play because that's when I first focused on TFT, and then set 7 was a big jump in my play again, and I think set 9. Actually, so I actually spike every other set. This set, my play got worse. I became a dad. But it's okay. I'm due for a spike in 2 sets. Next set, I'm going to suck. I suck on every even set. But set 13 is my set. Sorry, guys. You can have set 12, but set 13 is my set. Putting it out there ahead of time. Mana Zane, Shiv, and Guardbreaker. So we're pivoting out of Lux and into Lillia. I mean, I said Lillia works well with the Mana Zane. But you need to like put like damage on her. So I really like the Guardbreaker. The Mana Zane Guardbreaker. And then you'd probably go for like JG if you can with the last glove. The Arcane set? Yeah. Also the Land set. Whoa! IE Lillia. Whoa, okay.
May I be unbanned, please, good sir?
Joshua Kyle 94. Thank you for the $3. Can you be unbanned? Wait, what did you do?
Unbanned, please, good sir.
Okay, okay. Just ask one time. It's all good. Let me see. Flash user. What is your is that your username? I don't even see how you're banned. Show chat logs. But the thing is, I don't even know what is the username. Show. Okay, so the username is Joshua Kyle 90 or Joshua YKLE 94. Okay, here's the logs. STFU Milk XD. Did Milk graduate school? Just hit, bro. It ain't hard. Holy yap. Encounters just ruined the meta. True. Legends was fun. I miss Legends. That's how you know TFT players aren't to be trusted. That's why NA wins worlds. Oh, you know what? He's an NA homer. Okay. I want Chibi Riven. Yeah, join the club. Best of luck today is K3 Soju. This guy's kind of nice. Wait, why did he get banned? Hold on a second. You know what? This guy sucks up to me. He says NA is the best region. That is an unban. Congratulations, Joshua Kyle. Welcome back. Honestly, good cause, right? That's what I'm saying, man. There's nothing. I don't actually see anything wrong with what he said. Did Milk ban him? Dude, that'd be the first time Milk actually banned someone for flaming him in my chat. Maybe mod him. Okay, let's get too crazy here. I'm sorry you got banned, man. I don't even know what happened. I gotta admit, I kind of read chat during the podcast, but there's so much going on. It's hard for me to track. Like I read some of chat every now and then. He misses legend a bit such. Yeah, but that's how you know he's real. The thing is, if they keep saying too many agreeable points, like, here's the thing. If you have 100% good takes when it comes to TFT, there's something sus about you. I think you're too agreeable. If you're a real TFT player, you actually have hills that you will die on that you know they're not popular. Like you have to have, like every real TFT player has like a couple of unpopular takes, so it actually kind of makes it feel real. You know, it's more authentic that way. If you're like 100%, I'm with the popular opinion on everything. I don't think you're a real TFT player. Oh my god, we tapped our Xayah. Our Xayah's not doing anything. Okay, we win anyways. I got Milk. I told Milk to quit yapping, in other words, and I got banned by. I'm sorry, buddy. That's you didn't deserve that. But thank you for the prime as well. Okay, what's your one hill? I mean, I have many hills that I die on. I think hero augments are good for the game, like just in general. I don't think encounters are a flawed mechanic. I think legends can come back in some capacity, not in the current way that they were implemented, but they can be. I think that I'm trying to think of some other like more controversial things about it that aren't popular takes. I don't like when Fast 9 is good, is like the S tier in the meta, like the way, like I don't like when Fast 9 is like truly the best line to play in a lot of situations. That might be something that might be a little bit on the controversial side. When it just becomes like get to 9 and then like just hyper greed and like it's just correct for everyone to roll, because it just creates like a lot of degenerate play patterns. Who's the first to pull the 5 cost out of the pool and you just don't have any left, and you know what I mean? I don't like that. There's a lot of things that I have that, like, again, a lot of people would disagree with, but I feel like that makes me like a real TFT player. Like I have my own set of preferences and hot takes. I like emblems. That's not a hot take, man. That's actually like one of the big selling points about TFT, the trait fixing. That's what doesn't exist. That like it's what blew my mind in TFT in the first place. Because in Dota auto chess and other auto battlers, you couldn't actually transform those units. You had to play those units with the thing, and then all of a sudden you could put like an assassin emblem on somebody. That's cool. What does that mean? Legends are by far the worst. Yeah, so some people are kind of shocked right now to hear that people don't like Legends. The problem with Legends is that it created lobbies of similar play patterns where you almost knew what they wanted to do before the game started. If someone loaded in with Aurelion Soul, you knew that they were going to fast 9. If someone loaded in with Twisted Fate, you knew they were going to play multicaster or like, you know, whatever. And it created like really, really deterministic lobbies that almost felt like it just felt like it was boring, because you just felt like you were playing against the same thing over and over, and it allowed everyone to hard force the same comps. It allowed everyone to hard force the same exact comps. Okay, so 1916 isn't going to be good enough. Coral, wait, if Crow goes 5th, does that mean that HN can catch him? If Crow goes 5th, he gets 4 points, it's 23, and HN gets 9, it's 21. Oh, we cannot. Okay, so I think Coral's through. Pearl's through. Ace is the only player. I think Ace could have gone for it, but he couldn't get it. I love deciding what comp I'm gonna play on 2-1 after scouting once, and anyone that contests me is griefing and a rat, and now they're on the list. I mean, I don't know if you're memeing, but there's some people who unironically think that. I like this keeper split positioning. This is something that a lot of people don't do in the late game because they try to greed full keeper's value. But if you're going up against the things that can punish you with like Nautilus or like Morgana and whatnot, splitting up this positioning, like you could actually even say this is positioning def. Okay, Kuro got 5th. I think he should be through. It'd be cool to see Kuro be the first player from China to make League Worlds and TFT Worlds. I think that might be like another cool thing to encourage Chinese players to retire.
Man, I'm getting more dogged again.
Listen, you guys. Any League of Legends players out there? There might be 1 or 2 League of Legends pros or semi-pros, whatever, that might be watching my stream, either now or sometime in the future. Just give up. You're never gonna beat Faker. You're never gonna win Worlds because you're just from a minor region like North America. Just give up and join us in TFT. It's okay. Like you join. Like welcome to a region that can actually win on a global level. Join us in North American TFT. That's my pitch. The end. Wow, Sigma, thank you for 2 months. We can't mechanically outplay Korea, so we'll just have to rely on our wits and our luck. Thoughts on a set mechanic with Legends, but it's like Hearthstone Battlegrounds where you can pre-choose it, but picking between heroes with abilities. So like an Underlord? I think that's what Dota Underlords try to do. If you guys don't know, Valve tried to release their own auto battler one time, like years ago, called Dota Underlords, and it had like moments where it was pretty fun, but it kind of flamed out because Valve has commitment issues. They love to start projects, and if it's not like making like a lot of money and doing super well and, you know, super interesting stuff, they just kind of drop it. That's a lie. Faker retire and then play TFT and win another 3 Worlds. I don't know, you guys. All I know, I remember watching Faker sell his 3-star carry by accident in TFT, and that was a great moment because I don't think I sold a 3-star unit by accident, but I've definitely sold my carry by accident many times. And that was a very relatable experience. Underlords was more fun before the actual Underlords got introduced. Did you play Night Savior during did you play Dota Underlords? Aren't a lot of top TFT players Asian? Yeah, but we're also American. We're Asian American, and that makes a big difference. Because for some reason, where we are born matters a lot for people's interest in following the game. Something about like human tribalism. Oh! Close. He might have to just do something as simple as move the Kayn close to the Yone. Set 2. 7 Story Weaver versus the Rumble, or the Reaper rather. Same as well. I quit when Underlords got added. So people didn't like that. From what I've come to understand, the irony of Dota Underlords is when they added Underlords to the game, people quit. And that's when the game kind of died. There was something cool about Underlords. They did stuff like the equivalent of like you could buy target dummies from the shop. Okay, Sword Weaver player lost. They did actually do one thing kind of weirdly. They had like you can buy consumables and stuff like that. So like you like buy, like imagine you could buy something that gives you like a target dummy for 1 fight. They have stuff like that. Those interesting ideas. Darget Takashi, thank you for the 4 months. Why do you think the majority of TFT pros are Asian American? Because TFT is a pretty nerdy game to like optimize at a high level. It's a fun game to play casually, but to play it competitively, it kind of sorts for like the same thing as like a lot of people who play chess or Math Olympiad, competitive Kumon, Sudoku. I don't know. I'm just making shit up. I think it's because a lot of I also think that there's a lot of Asian American players who wanted to go competitive in League of Legends as well, and never got the chance to. There's a little bit of crossover from that as well. HN gets eliminated, unfortunately, I think. Looks like the Storyweaver player couldn't actually win, but we already knew the top 4. Part of the reason why I'm a little bit checked out is because we already knew the results of this last game. So. All right. Who are the 4 players through? I think it's a little bit cultural as well. League appeals more to the Asian fantasy than it does to like the Western culture in general. Like it's not that it's not like Western culture doesn't like League. It's just more like I think it naturally appeals a lot more to Eastern fantasy. Because like I think about games that are like also really popular in the West, like Call of Duty or something like that. You know, it's a very big contrast from scruffy dude in war helmet shooting AK or shooting like all kinds of weapons versus playing TFT. What up, Lenny? Okay, I gotta watch this clip. Congratulations to the players that advanced. It's these 4 players: Flancy, Snowy, Kurl. No, what's the name of this player again? Let me check here. So CN. This player's name is YGQF. Okay, YGQF. He's competed in a couple tournaments. This is YGQF. He's won a lot of like open events, like the Net Cafe finals, which is like kind of like a sub-regional level. But he's had a lot of results. He also did well in Super Server, so he's a good player. He also made that's right, he made the Set 7 Worlds. I remember. Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, Worlds players here as well. He advanced. Pretty good stuff. All right, I have a clip here from Soju and Robin. 10 Storyweaver versus 10 Storyweaver. Lissandra 3.
You're so lucky, man. Like how Udyr? Udyr. Oh, sorry. I'm still jumping.
What's going on? Where's his Udyr?
Oh, sorry.
What?
Sorry.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
Wait,
sorry.
what?
You suck. You suck. This guy's
What? Wait, what?
You suck. Okay, hello.
What?
You're so bad. You're so bad. You are so bad. You're so fucking bad.
What was that?
You're so bad. You're so bad, dude.
Okay.
What even happened?
Wait, what?
Challenge complete?
Oh, Mana saying Udyr.
I need to watch it again. Like, does Udyr just kept jumping around? He did 2 billion damage?
Like how Udyr? Udyr. Oh, sorry. I'm still jumping.
Why didn't Lissandra assassinate him? He's the last unit, right?
What? What's going on?
Oh, sorry.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
Wait,
Sorry.
what?
You
Oh,
suck.
shit.
You suck.
This
You
guy's
suck.
My 25630448026. It's just, this guy's just doing straight up serial hardware ID number damage. Like what is this? Holy cow! I've never seen that before. That's thousands, millions, billions. Wait, thousands, millions, billions. 256 billion damage. He was 1/4 of the way to 1 trillion damage. My God.
Okay, hello, you're so bad. You're so bad. You are so bad.
It's fine.
You're so fucking bad.
More dog diff.
You're
This guy's
so
just
bad.
That's a more dog diff.
You're so bad, dude.
Okay.
What? Dude.
That's fun. That's a fun one. Man, I'm kind of sad that I missed that. But you know what? It was worth it because we had episode 51, the Tactician's Trial, or Tactician's... There's no Tactician's Cup. It's the Golden Spatula review. So I hope you guys enjoyed that podcast. Make sure to check that out on YouTube in the coming days. In the meantime, I'm going to take tomorrow off. This is my last stream before regionals. This weekend is me, Kurum, and Bryce, alongside some of your favorites. Kiyun is gonna stop by. Keylad's gonna stop by. Boss of Skills, Soulless, and some other guests. I invited some more folks. I hope you guys come through. Kurum's gonna arrive tomorrow. I'm gonna take Kurum to some of the finest cuisine Seattle has to offer. There's a fast food burger place chain in Seattle called Dick's. And I think Kurum would love some Dick's. And on that note, I am going to raid. Let's see. Marcel P. This guy put out a really good, helpful thing about TFT and improvement. Thanks for sticking around to watch, guys. And I will see you guys on Friday for the coach stream. My God. We're almost there. Also, big announcement coming soon. Wait. Before you go. Wait, don't leave. I promised I would do this. I'm canceling my raid. Sorry. Before you guys leave. I forgot to do this during the podcast because it was so long. But there is a fantasy website for regionals that 2 Brain Cell in chat wanted to do, where you could predict the top players. You pick 8 players, you answer a bunch of questions, and it's pick'ems for regionals. You pick your top 8 players, you pick your questions, and you do pick'ems. And it's free to register, and honestly, you can just lie. You can just do like you don't need email to sign up. You just make a username and a password, and you can sign up. And I think it'd be fun. I think I want to advertise this more because I want to give people prizes for it. So yeah, if you guys want to sign up, it's really fun. Just answer like your questions on like what 8 players you think are gonna do well at regionals. A bunch of questions like best performing comp, rank the regionals AVP, who is gonna win the event, highest score for a day. Who does better, Bryce or Frodan? I think you guys know the question of that. And I think we're going to have me and Bryce do this also on stream the day of regionals. But I wanted to give you guys a little heads up. So it's like TFT DraftKings. That's exactly it. It's like TFT DraftKings. It's real fancy TFT for the viewers. So definitely check it out and enter it and have fun. It's purely for fun. It's nothing else more than besides that. Okay, now I'm going to send you guys to Marcel. I'll catch you guys next time. See you guys Friday for the coach stream. Peace.